20, CQ 20 meters, CQ 20 meters, CQ 20, CQ 20 meters, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, CQ 20, CQ 20 meters, CQ 20, CQ 20 meters, Whiskey 7, Tango Victoria Sugar.
November 2, Juliet Oscar Victor. Alpha Charlie 1, Echo Victor.
November 2, Juliet Oscar Victor. That looks like Jerome in New Jersey there, QSL.
QSL, yeah, just sitting in the mobile here. Just turned the truck back on and put the old 20-meter ham stick on the back corner and about to get on the road. I heard you calling, so I figured I'd just reach out and say hello.
Roger there, Jerome. Well, great talking to you again there, sir. Looks like July 20th. We had a contact before there. And anyway, yeah, you're getting in here pretty good, man. The band's a little bit up and down tonight. But anyway, good 5 and 7, 57 into central Montana there. Roger.
Yeah, QSL, I've got you a 5.7 to 5.9. I know sometimes the S-meter reads a little funny when the truck is running. I just had the 17-foot whip on the back. I probably would have picked you up another S-unit or two with that thing on it, but obviously I can't drive down the road with that on there. I'd be probably making some sparks at the first power lines.
Yeah, I understand that. I've had some pretty big antennas on my pickup before in the past there, and yeah, now I'm kind of down to the mini ham sticks there. It seems to do pretty well, but yeah, I don't have anything tremendously tall on it anymore, but I do understand. Yeah, 17-footer, that's a little bit high, but anyway, there you go. All right, Jerome, I really appreciate the contact there, sir, and hope you have a great rest of your night there. Thank you very much for getting in there. I got you logged into QRZ, and anyway, you drive safe out there, sir. Maybe we'll catch you next time when you have that 17-foot whip attached there, but anyway, have a good one there, mister. November 2, Juliet Oscar Victor. Thank you again there, sir. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
All right, 73, I appreciate you picking me up from Belt, Montana, and hope to catch you down the line sometime soon. And TJLB, 73.
Roger. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Alpha Charlie 1, Echo Victor.
Alpha Charlie 1, Echo Victor. Looks like Jonathan there in Massachusetts there. Roger.
QSL, yep, they call me John, Juliet, Oscar, November. Just turned the radio on, and you're an easy 5.7, very easy copy. Great audio here. I'm about 20 miles north of Boston, over.
Copy there, John. All right, well, right on. It sounds like we're getting us a good, decent conditions into the East Coast there. Yeah, I got you about the same, about a 5.7 to 5.8. As I said, the band's a little bit funky here. I've been kind of rolling around for the last half an hour here before I started calling CQ just to see what was happening. But anyway, kind of one of those deals. But anyway, what I'm running over here, just so you know, IC 7300. My amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L. My microphone is a Heil PR 781. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built. Built out of aluminum, broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Yeah, 30 feet is, you have physics as your friend there with the dipole. That's great. I'm working a Flex 6400. A couple of weeks ago, Flex did something or something happened there and broke with the radio. And they came out with a new software release, and of course,
thank you for the lights.
Instructions. And then additional troubleshooting was needed, but I've got it all working again, and I really enjoy it when it works. It's been pretty bulletproof, so that was the hiccup. We got that going with the pretty bulletproof, so that was the hiccup. We got that going with the Elecraft amplifier running about 400 watts.
Appreciate the follow.
7 headset and the hex beam up on my roof pointing at you, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, those hex beams work really good, man. I know I want to get one, at some point. And, I don't know. I'm just really weary. I know you guys get nasty weather over there, too. We get pretty nasty weather over here. But, yeah, one of these days, who knows? I'm not going to do any more antenna stuff. Our season's already starting to change over here, and I think I'm about done with it. I might stick something up for 10 meters here maybe next week, but that's going to be about it. So, yeah, maybe come springtime, who knows? I may get a get a bug at my rear there and end up getting a hex beam. I'm not real sure, but I do know they work really good there, John.
Yeah, I have the hex beam here. I have a second home about 100 miles north on top of a hill in New Hampshire.
Hello from Belt, Montana.
Spider beam. So same concept of a wire beam antenna, except the spider beam has 3 elements on 20, 3 on 15, and 4 elements on 10. And it is it's definitely superior to the hex beam. They are a little fragile. I made it a couple of winters.
Thanks for the likes and the follows.
Damaged, but last winter it did get damaged.
Ham radio at its best, right here, my friends.
I just had to wait for winter to go away. But it works really well when it's working. But you can have a big bunch of aluminum in the air, and the elements will tear that up too if you get the right conditions. Anyway, that's part of ham radio. And it's great to hear you tonight, and we'll listen for you again. That's the first time, I think. Here's AC1EV. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger there, John. Yeah, this is our first contact that I've logged anyway of us here. So, but I usually do this about once a week or so. Usually, this is like my Saturday night right now. So, usually Wednesday or Thursday nights. Typically Wednesday nights. Sometimes on Tuesday nights, depending on what time I get home from work. If I'm not home till 10 o'clock at night, then I'm not going to get on the air because I'm tired. But yeah, I like to do this once a week, so definitely pay attention around the band. It's usually around the same time, anywhere from 7 to 8 o'clock my time. I think we're about 2 hours behind you over here in Montana. And that's usually when I start, roughly thereabouts. And just kind of find me an open spot, make sure the frequency's not in use, and then, away we go. So there you are. All right, John, well, I really appreciate the little QSO, man, and the contact there. I got you logged into QRZ, as I like to do with all my contacts, as long as QRZ's working. And if anybody wants a QSL card, boy, just shoot me one, and I'll shoot you one right back. I get them mailed out about once a week there, so anyway, there you go. All right, John, really appreciate you there, sir. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure's on my end. Alpha Charlie 1 Echo Victor, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
So let me just test my memory. Is that where Wall Drug is? Over?
No. That's I think that's North Dakota or South Dakota.
All right. I used to be a trucker, and I know I've been through Belt.
Kilo Charlie 3 Whiskey Juliet Victor. Hello.
I can't sing the song, but anyway. All right, yeah, it's been a while. I had a whole second career since then and retired from that one. So we'll hear you again. This is AC1EV 73.
Roger, John. Yeah, we like it out here in Belt, man. It's a pretty cool place. So anyway, all right, man. 73, my friend. We'll catch you next time around. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra QRZ.
Kilo Mike 6 for Papa Tango Delta.
Okay, Papa Tango Delta.
This is Philip for Papa Tango Delta. Good evening, Travis. Name here is Pete. Papa Echo Tango Echo in Bluffton, South Carolina. Over.
Roger there, Pete. All right, man. Good signal up here in Belt, Montana tonight. Yeah, nice looking station you got there too. Got some good pictures on there, and oh, there you are. Yeah, okay. I like to see the face of who I'm talking to. It's kind of interesting because you know how voices can be deceiving there. But anyway, Pete, good signal up here, my friend. How we doing tonight?
Really, really well. Leopard in the band. It's pretty sparse tonight, at least from this end. I'm not seeing that much on there at all. So I saw you on the pan adapter, and I've just been listening for a little while. You're going anywhere from a 5 and 5 to a 10 over. It just keeps on rolling back and forth. It's very unstable tonight, but it's working. It's working. That TTX 3000, 500 watts to a dipole in the attic. I am HOA bound. W7TDS.
Roger there, Pete. Yeah, you're right, man. The band is just up and down big time. You were 5 and 9 solid, dropped down to 3 and 5, back up to 5 and 7. Yeah, it's all over the place, man, for sure. But well, that dipole in the attic is working pretty good for you there. Because when he first came in, I logged you at a 5 and 9, so it's doing good. And that's similar to what I'm running here. IC 7300 PR 781 microphone on a boom. And Dentron Cliverton L. I'm only running this amplifier at about 500-600 watts. When I'm doing this, I don't typically run it very hard. Yeah, and then my antenna is a 20-meter horizontal dipole that I put together there, built out of aluminum, about 30 feet in the air, and it is broadside east and west there. Roger?
QSL, So you're off the end of my dipole, so this is doing pretty
Hello,
good.
Cookie!
I find that happens a lot, but for some reason I get very good propagation out at west, and I think it's got something to do with the fact that my inside wire is very close to it in the attic, and the inside wire runs parallel to the dipole and then makes a left turn, and then that part of the
Thank you guys for the likes and the follows.
to east-west. And I think it's kind of acting like a director for the dipole, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's funny how that works out. You know, like I got a good buddy there in Spain, Charlie Echo 3, or not in Spain, but in Chile, excuse me. Charlie Echo 3 Quebec Yankee, and you know, he comes in here like gangbusters, and I mean, I am broadside east and west, and he's basically due south of me, and I just hammer him, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the heck's going on. I just put it up in the air and it works. That's all I know, so that's all that matters, though, I guess, right?
QSL, absolutely. I mean, what's odd is that I get that western dispersion pretty well, but at the same time, I get your...
Roger in Chicago. Try to get in there, buddy. I'll be calling here in just a second.
Travis, I'm going to let you go because you were going up and down too, and since there's not too many people on, I'm sure that somebody else wants to at least say hello. So it's been fine meeting you. I will catch you down the log again. Best of 73s to you and your family, and I will catch you down the log hopefully sometime soon. I'm usually on 20 meters at night. W7TDS. So what's Papa Tony says.
Roger there, Pete. All right, man. I really appreciate you getting in there. Pleasure's all mine. Great to meet you out there this evening, sir. I did get you logged into QRZ. And we'll catch you next time around, man. Like I said, I do this about once a week out here. So, yeah, come on around, and we'll see if we can't get you in the logbook again. Definitely enjoy it. I just like to kind of come out here and just make a few contacts, have a couple of, you know, conversations, short QSOs, and send out some QSL cards. You know, just have some ham radio fun. So there you go. All right, Pete. Thank you very much again there, sir. I really appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night over there on the East Coast. And we'll catch you next time around. Kilo 4, Papa Tango Delta, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73.
73, Travis.
QRZ. Okay, Kilo 5, Zulu Romeo, is that what I heard?
November 5, Zulu Romeo.
All right, November 5, Zulu Romeo. There we go. That's Michael down there in Selma. Roger?
Roger. How you doing this evening?
Oh, doing real good there. Your signal jumped way up there. That time you were a good solid 59 there, Roger.
Oh, yeah. It's going up and down like a roller coaster, but I got the headphones on, so I can hear you.
Well, that's a good thing. I like it when people can hear me out there. But, yeah, no, 20 meters is all over the place. We had that big solar storm come through here, you know, and northern lights are blasting down here and all kinds of good stuff. I didn't see them, but I know if I would have went up on the hill, you know, a quarter mile away, I'm sure I would have. But we did see some really interesting stuff in the sky that night. Me and my YL were sitting on the porch having a few cold ones. Late into the night there, and late into the evening rather. I guess it wasn't that late. I think we went inside at like 10:30 or something. But yeah, there was some pretty weird stuff going on in the sky that night.
Yeah, we don't see much of that down here in Texas.
This is ham radio, buddy. Yeah, Roger. I can't tell if you're still talking there or not. It completely dropped out on me there, Michael. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting there when that aurora comes in here. It's things get weird out here in the sky. That's for sure. So yeah, lots of things happening. But anyway, there I'm going to let you go, man. Yeah, I said you completely dropped out on me. I'm sure you'll come back, but we'll see if we can't get a few more. I don't know how long this is going to last here tonight. So we're going to go ahead and play it while we can here. Anyway there, Michael, thank you for the contact there, sir. Take care out there around Texas. Thank you very much for getting in there, and we'll catch you next time around. November 5, Zulu Romeo, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, up here in Belt, Montana. 73, my friend. I'm in Montana.
SE7 TBS and 5 there.
Roger, Michael. Yeah, you came up a little bit there, so yeah, it's getting there. I don't know, the band's crazy right now, but yeah, it's just the way she goes. Anyway, have 73, my friend. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Okay, did I hear a Kilo Whiskey 5 Hotel Papa? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, affirmative. You got it correct. The name here is Harry Alpha Romeo Yankee. I'm in Arkansas. Give us 5-9. 5-9 in Arkansas. Look at Kilo Bravo Uniform California. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Bravo Uniform California.
Yeah, Roger there, Harry. All right, well, there's still people calling there. One of them kind of covered you up there, but somebody out of California. But anyway, if I'm in the middle of a QSO and then you put your call sign out, I'm never, ever going to call you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just stating a fact. So wait your turn, please. Thank you very much. Anyway there, Harry. Yeah, so I heard you say I was 5 and 9, and then I didn't hear anything after that because somebody came in there and covered you up. Try it again there, buddy.
Yeah, affirmative. I said you're 5-9. A little bit of QSB on the signal, but that's the band condition. You go anywhere from 10 over S9 back to about a solid S9. So great signal coming out of Big Sky Country into Arkansas. Over.
Roger. Well, I do appreciate that. Yeah, you were coming up there when you first came in. You were pushing 5.8 to 5.9. Then you dropped down to 55, and that last round you're up around a 5 and 7. So yeah, it is crazy out here. It's going to be an interesting night. I have a feeling. Hopefully, it doesn't just fade away because it very well might. But yeah, sounded good out of Arkansas up here, my friend. Thank you very much for getting in there, Harry. Great to make your acquaintance, sir.
Yeah, affirmative. I thank you for calling. I appreciate you picking me up. 73 and have fun. Over. Bravo Uniform, California.
Roger there, Harry. All right, man. Well, we got some people in here trying to cause chaos, and they're making it rough on you there, sir. So anyway, I'm going to say 73 there, my friend. Thank you very much, Harry, for getting in there. I did get you logged into QRZ, and hopefully we can catch you next time around there. So anyway, have a great rest of your night there, sir, around Arkansas. Thank you very much for coming in. Pleasure's all mine for meeting you there tonight. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. Hope to get you in the logbook again there, Harry. Kilo Whiskey 5, Hotel Papa. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, up here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Bravo Uniform, California.
Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
T3QI.
All right, Kilo 3, Quebec, India. That was a big signal. Looks like Michael out of Arizona there, Roger.
Roger, you sounded good. Sorry I didn't give you the phonetic, but getting a little sleepy here. How you doing tonight?
Oh, man, I can't complain at all, and that's fine. Your signal's big enough. You came in and wiped everybody out there, my friend, so... Hey, yeah, you came in there and cleaned up my receiver, so to speak. But I'm doing great, man. I'm just out here having fun. And, gosh, I guess I've been at it now for about 30 minutes. And so far making some decent contacts out here there, Roger.
Yeah, you're pegging a solid S9 over here. And I'm trying to look at my stuff here. Yeah, I think I'm, bumping 1350 over here. And you're just sounding great.
Roger. Yeah, it's well, you're a good solid 5 and 9, bumping up to 5 over there a couple times there on that last go around. So what the heck are you running down there, man? That stuff is working good.
Yeah, I got a 101 MP, and I got an older. Let me see here on this thing. Kenwood TL922A. I've only been a ham for 2 years, and I got a cool ass. KT5 something Palomar tuner, and everything is looking good.
Roger. Well, welcome to Ham Radio. I know it's been a couple of years there, but that's awesome, man. Yeah, well, it's working real good for you. What I got running here, I got a IC7300 Heil PR781 microphone. I'm running a Dentron Clipperton L for my amplifier. I'm only running at about 500 or 600 watts. I'm not running it very hard. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter monoband dipole there that I built out of aluminum. And horizontal. The thing is broadside east and west, so you are coming off the end of my antenna there.
Well, you sound beautiful. You're studio quality, and my antenna is I got a balun up at about 35 feet.
Thank you, Jay.
And both ends of the wires are about 15 feet, Carolina Wyndham. And again, I'm new at this whole situation, and I really appreciate, you guys, telling me what to do.
Well, that's what ham radio is about. I don't really call it, telling people what to do. I think it's more just suggesting this or, saying this is how I do it, or whatever. I mean, gosh, I've been doing this for, 27 years now. I've been playing radio, and, I got introduced to it when I was 11 years old. So, and I learned a lot just mostly from listening to people talk and, people suggesting things and say, well, I'm looking at other people's setups and stuff like that. And, really, I mean, there is a right way to do it for sure, but you kind of, just conglomerate things in your own way and make them work there. So, like when I built this dipole here a few months ago and put it up in the air, I built it, I measured it out right, and I put it up, and it is literally 1.3 to 1 all the way across, above and below the whole 20-meter band. So, I went, well, there you go.
Well, like I say, you sound great. And your QTH?
My QTH is in Belt, Montana.
Oh, you sound great. We really do. Up here in the White Mountains and northern Arizona and stuff like that. But, yeah, like I say, I've only been to it a couple of years, and I was lucky enough to have some...
You'll get there, buddy. You'll get there. It takes a long time.
No more. I don't want this no more, and all that good stuff. And I bought a 101 MP, and, it is really nice.
Yeah, the 101 MPs are very nice. I ran an IC 7000 for a lot of years on my base station there. I've had the thing forever, and that's what I ran. And I've had this 7300 for about a year and a half now, and the only reason I got it is because I kept looking at it and hemming on and buying it for like 2 years, and then my wife finally just said, just buy the damn thing. I'm tired of hearing about it. So I went and bought one. But, that's kind of how that worked out. Now I've got the 7000 in the pickup, so I got mobile HF too. Worked out pretty good. But, I kind of, like I said, I hem-hawed on it for a long time. But those FT101s are really nice rigs there.
Yeah, really, that's a funny story because, I knew nothing about ham at all. I mean, nothing. And I was just searching on the internet, and I said, wow, that's the coolest looking radio I've ever seen. The 7300, the ICOM 7300. I'm just going to order it.
Thanks for the follows.
I bought it, and I didn't have a ticket, and I put a 10-meter vertical antenna with about 20 foot of wire up there and just listened. Now I found out that 7300 is like the people's radio.
Well, that's what it is too. It's definitely not the best radio out there. Probably the best radio I've ever owned, the coolest one anyway. But and I've had a lot of radios over the years, different HF rigs and stuff. But yeah, it's a cool radio. I don't do any digital or anything, so I probably don't even utilize half of what this thing can do. But I don't know. It seems to work pretty good for me. I've had good luck with it. My biggest complaint was how long it took me to actually get the microphone audio, the transmit audio settings corrected there with this microphone, because it doesn't like this mic. But once you finally get everything kosher there, then it seems to work good. That was my biggest complaint. But other than that, I don't know. It's a great rig, and for the money, you really can't beat them.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like the people's radio. And again, you're pushing a good, S10 here. What am I doing for you?
Oh, you're good, solid S9, bouncing up 5 over there. You're doing a pretty good job there, Michael.
All right, I really appreciate it, and I just, thanks for taking care of everything, and just great to hear you tonight.
Roger. Well, I really appreciate you being in there, man. Like I said, absolutely, you're probably the best signal I've heard all night. Just pretty close to it anyway. So, really good, clean audio. Sounds fantastic. Beautiful signal there. And you're doing a good job down there from Arizona. So, all right, Michael, I'm going to see if I can't get a few more there, my friend. I did get you logged into QRZ. And like I said earlier, if anybody wants a QSL card, if you make contact with me, Just either send me a QSL card, or if you don't have one and want one, shoot me an email. I'm good on QRZ, and I'll go ahead and send one out to you. No SASE required on my end, so there you go. All right, Michael, you have a great rest of your night there, sir, and we'll catch you next time around. My pleasure to meet you out there. Kilo 3, Quebec, India, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
All right, you take care of K3QI, and again, your studio quality.
Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated, sir. Have a great night there, Michael. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Echo Zulu.
All right, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Echo Zulu. Looks like Ben in Nebraska there. Roger, roger.
QSL, you are strong 599 plus. Great signal, QSL.
Roger, roger. You're strong also over here, man. It looks like the signals are starting to come up. So, yeah, you're a good solid 59 up here into central Montana.
QSL, yeah, I was on a 40 and 80 meter. Noise floor was terrible, and I came over to 20, and I was like, wow, it's a big difference. So, anyways, thanks for the QSL, and happy hunting, 73.
Roger, roger there, Ben, or Benjamin. I don't know. Which one do you go by there, sir?
Just Ben, Bravo, Echo, November.
Roger, roger. Okay, I'll note that in my brain there. Hopefully I can remember it for next time. We'll see what happens. But anyway, all right, Ben. Thank you very much for the contact there from Nebraska. You have a great rest of your evening there, sir. And we'll catch you on down the coax another time, my friend. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Echo Zulu, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in central Montana. 73 in QRZ.
Kilo 9, Sierra, India, Lima.
Uniform. Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform.
Kilo 9, Sierra, India, Lima. Looks like Randy in Illinois there. QSL.
California.
QSL, you're 5'9", Illinois. Thank you.
Roger, roger. You're good solid 5'9" up here as well there, sir. Beautiful signal. How we doing tonight?
Really good. Got to go. Just wanted to, I've been standing by listening to you. Wanted to say hi.
Copy there, Randy. All right, sir. Well, thank you very much for the contact. You got you logged in the logbook, and we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. Thank you again, and much appreciated. Pleasure's all on my end. Kilo 9, Sierra, India, Lima, Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, 73.
73.
QRZ.
Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform.
What I hear, a Lima Tango Charlie? Is that what I heard?
Read me. California, do you read? Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform.
All right, so Kilowatt 4, Kilo Tango Charlie. Is that correct? Is that Nicholas out of Colorado? All right, Kilowatt Mike 4, Kilowatt Tango Charlie, Chris out of Alabama. Is that a QSL?
QSL.
Roger. There we go. All right, good deal. You were up there pretty good, then you kind of dropped down on me. So maybe about a 5 and 6 to 5 and 7 up here into Montana. There, Roger.
Live stream there, and thought I'd hop on and see if I can make the QSL.
Roger. Well, right on. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I love, first of all, I want to say thank you for being on the live there. That's really cool. And second of all, man, I just love it. I think it's just fantastic when somebody in the live that's watching there comes in there and, yeah, and just to get in there, you know, it's a good feeling, man. I think it's just great. So there you go. I do post this on TikTok too after the fact. After I shut the live down, usually takes an hour or two to kind of buffer it out and everything. Then I upload it on YouTube as well. So yeah, kind of interesting stuff, man. But I really appreciate you being there. I wish I had a little better copy on you, but I know it's not you. It's just the band doing what it does. So there you go.
Zulu Bravo Uniform, Steven. Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform, California, Zulu Bravo. Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform, California.
Station down in South Alabama. I may soon be
Yeah, Roger there. Chris. All right, man. Well, I tell you what, I only caught a little bit of that, and it's getting a little rough. Your signal's kind of fading out on me a little bit there, sir. But anyway, we got you in there, buddy, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for being on the live, and I really appreciate you coming in here as well. We did get you logged in the logbook. And like I say, if you want a QSL card, yeah, just definitely shoot me one, and I'll shoot you one back, or send me an email or something there. Like I said, I'm good on QRZ. So anyway, there you go. The wind must be blowing pretty hard out there. I know we got a storm coming in. I'm seeing my SWRs jump around a little bit over here. I don't know how long I want to do all that. But I know we got a big storm coming here for later tonight, tomorrow. So I think the wind might be just hammering out there right now. I'm not sure. I'm in the basement, so I can't see outside at the moment. But anyway, there you go. All right, Chris. Well, hey, you have a great night there, sir. Thank you very much. Again, I appreciate you, and hope you have a good rest of your night out there. We'll catch you next time around. Kilo Mike 4, Kilo Tango Charlie, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, up here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana, 73. Because he's a lid, he's rude. Okay, was that Kilo Lima 7 Fox? Is that what I heard?
Alpha Lima 7 Fox. Name's Mike.
All right, Alpha Lima 7 Foxtrot. There you go. So, yeah, I'm down there in Coolidge, Arizona. Huge signal up here. That's weird. I don't know why we're getting the south so well, but yeah, good 5 and 9 up here there, Mike.
Good deal, good deal. I got a good friend up in Montana who lives right outside of Billings, W7AJM. I don't know if you've made QSO with him or not, but we both are from Alaska originally over.
This is just ham radio. Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, that's, yeah, from Alaska. That's pretty cool. No, I don't think I've made contact with him. If I have, maybe on 75 meters or something like that. I mostly play on 20 for most of the time there. I do have an antenna for 75 set up out there, but man, it's so noisy. You know, I got like one street light out here, and it just blasts me out too on 75. So somebody's got to have a pretty good signal to get over. It's usually at least an S7 to S8 noise on 75 at night. So yeah, kind of one of those deals. But anyway, back to you there, Michael.
Good deal, good deal. Yeah, you're about at 10 over down here tonight. We're running a Flex 6400M 100 watts, and got an X-Mobile TV van with a 56-foot pneumatic.
Thank you for the follow.
And I've got a Cushcraft MA5
Thanks for the likes.
band or beam on it, and that's what we're using. We're in an HOA, and they can't say much about this mobile van, so laying down over here.
Yeah, Roger, being in the HOA there. Yeah, and that's just kind of one of those things. But it's working real good for you, man. It's doing real good. You know, good solid signal there. You were 5 over 9 at one point there, so yeah, not doing too bad. I logged you at 59. You came in there and just cleaned it up. So yeah, you're doing really good there from Arizona. Keep up the good work there, sir.
All righty, well, good deal. Appreciate the QSO. I'll let you go work with some more folks, so you have a good evening. Deal 7 up.
Roger there, Mike. All right, sir. Well, you have a great rest of your evening, and I got you the logbook. Nice to meet you there, sir, and you take care, and we'll catch you next time around. Alpha Lima 7 Foxtrot, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra up here in central Montana, 73. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Okay, was that Kilo Juliet 6 Zulu Bravo uniform? Is that what I heard?
That is affirmative. Yes, correct. Kilo Juliet 6 Zulu Bravo uniform, California.
Roger. Well, I got you about a 5.6 to 5.7 up here into central Montana there. Roger.
Roger that. Thank you so much for the contact. I'm on 50 watts. 50 watts only. So that's a heck of a deal. I love it.
Roger there, Steven. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate it there. And what was my signal report your direction there, sir?
You are about a 5.7, 5.8. Very good signal. Very good audio and very good signal.
Roger, Roger. All right, appreciate the 5-7 to 5-8 into Southern California. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, you're doing a good job with 50 watts there, that's for sure. But anyway, all right there, Steven. Keep up the good work there. I got you logged in the logbook, and I hope you have a great rest of your night there. Kilo Juliet 6, Zulu Bravo Uniform, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra in Belt, Montana, 73.
73 to you. Thank you so much for the contact.
That guy was an ass. CQ 20 meters, CQ 20, Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Alpha 8, Bravo, X-Ray, Echo. Kilo Alpha 8, Bravo, X-Ray, Echo.
All right, Kilo Alpha 8, Bravo, X-Ray, Echo. Looks like Randy in Michigan there, QSL.
Hi, QSL. Roger, Roger, near Grand Rapids.
Roger, Roger. I got you about a 5 and 7, man. The band's kind of starting to fall out on us. I can already see that kind of happening here at the signals. But about a 57 into Central Montana at the moment there. Roger, Roger.
Hey, Roger, Roger. You're a 5-9 over here,
QSL. I really appreciate the 5-9 out there. And anyway, thank you very much there, Randy. How's your night going there, sir?
Man, we just thought we'd jump on here and see if there's anybody talking.
Yeah, I had to get him off the band. He was driving me nuts. Yeah, there's a few people out here. I can see others on the band scope there, but the bands are not that great tonight, so we're trying to make as many as you can here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're doing okay. It's, gosh, I've got... I think I've made, well, let's see, about 18 contacts tonight, so nothing huge, but, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens as the night progresses there, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I haven't heard a whole lot in the last 2 nights. I've jumped down in there. It's been pretty dead.
Yeah, we had that big solar storm kind of come in here and kind of knocked everything out. Looks like our K index is still like a K3, so it's a little bit high out there. The SFI is a little bit high too, but yeah, you know, that's just the way she goes, man. We got to deal with it. We're coming up into solar maximum here too, so that's just the things we're going to have to deal with. But that's what makes it fun, man. That's what radio's all about there, Roger.
Roger, Roger. It's kind of interesting to watch how the solar flares and stuff affect the band from propagation.
Yeah, absolutely. All right there, Randy, you're kind of fading on me there, man. It's like I said, the band's really rough tonight. It's way up and down. So, and I really think the wind's blowing out there pretty hard because my SWR is jumping around a little bit more than I like it to. It's not terrible, but it's I think that antenna's flopping around up there pretty good. So anyway, there you go. All right, Randy, I really appreciate the contact there, sir, and hope you have a great rest of your evening out there. I got you in the logbook on QRZ, and again, thank you for getting in there. Really appreciate it. Kilo Alpha 8, Bravo X-Ray Echo, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana, 73, my friend.
73. Have a nice night and good luck.
Thank you, sir. You have a great night as well, 73. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Wow, they're getting... All right, Kilo Charlie 6, Echo Sierra Whiskey. Looks like Michael in Santa Clarita there. Roger, Roger.
Roger, 100 watts down wire, over.
Yeah, copy. 100 watts and a wire is working for you. We're actually about a 5 and 5. About a 55 up here into Central Montana, man. Conditions are fading quick. Roger. All right. Well, yeah, I appreciate the 5 and 8 there for sure. And man, like I said, it's getting hard. It's getting to be a hard copy out there for you. So I do apologize there, sir. Like I said, the band is really up and down and all over the place. And I might have to run upstairs and see what the heck's happening here. I don't like my SWR spiking like that. So anyway, there you go. All right, Michael. Well, I got you in the logbook there, sir. I hope you have a great rest of your night around Southern California. And we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. I got you logged into QRZ. Thank you very much for being there. And yeah, like I said, we'll catch you next time around. Kilo Charlie 6, Echo Sierra Whiskey. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
Whiskey 7.
Alpha Bravo 4, X-Ray Yankee.
Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Zulu Golf, Indiana.
All right, Alpha Bravo 4 X-Ray Yankee. That looks like Michael in Illinois there. Roger, roger.
Yes, sir, and thank you, 7-3. You're, I wouldn't worry about your SWR yet. You're 20 over 9 in East Central Illinois, over.
Well, roger, roger. I appreciate the 20 over 9 there. You're a good solid 5 over 9 anyway. You got a really good signal over here. But no, I've got two different meters in line here. And the one meter's not really showing much reflected, but the last meter that I have out the back, it's kind of just bouncing around. Normally it stays about a 1.2 to 1.3, and when I'm just talking, randomly it'll bounce up to like a 2.0. So that just tells me the wind's blowing hard. That's all that's telling me.
Okay. You got it under control. Obviously, I was just wondering otherwise. Obviously, you got it under control. Anyway, 7-3, and thank you for the return there. Good luck with your QSO chasing, and I'll catch you again another time down the log. Maybe 4XY, over.
Roger, roger there, Michael. All right, well, yeah, yeah, I've got, like I said, multiple meters here that I watch. You know, I watch the SWR meter on my rig. Between the rig and the amp, I watch the SWR coming out the amplifier. I watch the SWR becoming. I watch my reflected power. I watch all of it there. I got. I don't like blowing things up. You know, I like making sure everything's kosher all the way around. That's probably a little bit of loss in there with all this stuff intertwined together, but that's all right. It still seems to work pretty good. I'm not looking at, to run 1.21 gigawatts or anything like that. So I don't know. It just is what it is. But anyway, there, Michael. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. Again, wonderful signal. And you have a great rest of your night there, sir. Alpha Bravo 4 X-Ray Yankee, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra 73, sir.
7-3. Again, good luck, over.
Roger, roger. Thank you very much, sir. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Delta 9,
All right, Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Zulu Golf. Looks like Charles in Indiana there. Roger, roger.
Roger, Travis. Good to hear you again, buddy. Been a few months. You're coming in here good 5859.
Yeah, roger there, Charles. Looks like, back in, it's been 2 months there to the day. Holy cow. Or no. Well, am I wrong? No, that's it. I'm doing my math right there. Yeah, it's been 2 months. So yeah, you good signal up here tonight too, man. Good solid 57 to 58 there, roger.
Good for that. Yeah, it has been too much. I just looked at the QSL card. Thanks for sending it too. Over.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. Did you say you sent me one? Heck, now you got me looking here. See, I got all these QSL cards on my wall over here. Now I'm going to have to look. I don't know. Yeah, Romeo Zulu Golf, where are you at? I don't know. I'll find it over here. I got so many of them, I can't even hardly count the darn things.
Well, mine is easy to spot. It's the Connor Gibson, the FN retired. It's got a picture of a Mark 48 torpedo, the weapon I worked on while I was in the Navy. Over.
Roger. Well, I got too many things going on now. I'm trying to pay attention to my meters and my QRZ page and the radio, and now I'm looking for QSL cards. Hey, you talk about multitasking, boy, I got so much stuff going on over here. That's all right. I know if I got it on the wall here somewhere. And is that it? Oh, there it is, right there. Yep, you're 100% right. You described it, and I looked at it, and I went, oh, yep, you're right up there on the wall, buddy. So, good deal. Well, I really appreciate that. Appreciate the QSL card and all that good stuff. And, yep, that's the exact right date and everything you got on there, too. So, anyway, appreciate the exchange on that end, too, there, my friend.
Yeah, that's been pretty good. Appreciate that. We've been chasing Hartwell Diamonds and Route 66 since it happened. The wife is chasing parks all over the place. She's got over 200 of them now. And we're just having a blast with the radio. Over.
Oh, roger. Well, that's a good thing, man. That's what I like to hear. I was chasing some of those Route 66 stations, too. I didn't get a chance to log very many of them. I logged a few of them, but I was going down the road, driving, I got about a 30-minute commute to work there, and I caught most of them when I was mobile, and I can't really log when I'm mobile there. So, yeah, I did get a few of them logged here at home, but, yeah, that's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do that. So I'm glad you're having a good time with it there, Charles.
Oh,
appreciate your time, man. 57, TV up. Have a good one. All in 73.
Roger, Roger, my friend. All right, sir. You have a great rest of your evening. Pleasure's all mine. And let's see, where's that guy from in Indiana? I don't know. He's in Indiana. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, there you go. Sorry, I'm running a live over here, too, and people are saying things. So, anyway. All right, Charles, you have a great rest of your evening there, sir. We'll catch you next time around. I got you logged into QRZ. And yeah, pleasure's on my end again there, my friend. We'll catch you next time. Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Zulu Golf, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
73.
QRZ.
Kilo Delta 5, Mike Zulu Victor.
All right, Kilo Delta 5, Mike Zulu Whiskey. Looks like Richard in Oklahoma there. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, Travis. Yeah, I just talked to you about it, just a week or so ago, and heard you in there. I just had a question. Do you get to see any of the aurora that goes on up there?
Well, you know, so I want to say two things here. Number one, I'm going to answer your question, and if I would have drove up on the hill, you know, like quarter mile up the road here and got away from my one street light out here and looked to the north, I probably would have saw it. But yes, we do see it. We had some weird phenomenons going on in the sky. It was actually kind of a strange night. So my wife and I were on the back porch having a couple of cold ones, and we went out there, and I looked up, and I said, what the heck is that big streak in the sky? And it was dark, you know, and it was just weird. And I tried to get my phone to zoom in and take a picture of it, just wouldn't do it. And it almost looked like a cloud, but it wasn't, and it was just strange. And then that same night, we saw, so this was what, 2 nights ago, I think is what it was, 2 or 3 nights ago when the aurora came down. And then we saw that darn Starlink, so like 100 satellites running across the sky for like 15 minutes solid. And then we saw a asteroid come in and break up over, you know, into our atmosphere. Just massive ball of light coming in. So if we would have went up on the hill and saw the aurora, that would have just topped it off. It was an interesting night, though, I will say that. And the other thing I want to tell you, number one, you got a good signal, about a 59. And I got your QSL card in the mail today, sir. And it's sitting right here on my wall, right behind my amplifier. I can see it from where I'm sitting. And I want to say thank you for that. And I've got one in an envelope going in the mail tomorrow to you there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, appreciate it. Well, don't laugh at it. That's kind of a homemade card. I've been trying to make my own cards, and I made a lot of them, and that just wasn't kind of stuck. But anyway, yeah, you're kind of lucky being up there with your one street light, living where I do. I mean, I'm right at the edge of the city, and I got Tinker Air Force Base that's all lit up on one side of me and Oklahoma City on the other side. So lots of places is pretty bad, so you can't see the
This is an IC 7300.
Winter night, but you know, during the summertime when the humidity's up real high and lots of clouds, it's kind of a washout.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I live in a pretty small town out here, man. You know, a town about 500 people. So, and I kind of live on the hill a little bit, just like above the town, kind of. So I'm not like down in the quote unquote metropolis of the city there. But so, yeah, I do feel very fortunate to have one street light and one neighbor there. So it's not too bad. I can't complain, and I can pretty much put up whatever I want. But I'm just the weird guy on the hill with all the antennas, you know.
Oh, no, you're not weird. Heck, if I was out there where you're at, I'd be doing the same thing, over.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, yeah, I just say that because people just, you know, that's what they think. They'll see me up on my porch, like overlooking the road, you know, hanging out on a nice evening or something, and they'll look up there, and I just know they're going, that guy up there, it's so weird. But that's okay. I don't care. I've been doing this stuff so many years. I've had so many weird looks and stuff. And, well, the antennas on my pickup, you know, that's kind of an eyesore, too, there, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, okay. Well, Travis, good talking to you. I just saw you in there and thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Copy there, Richard. All right, sir. Well, I really appreciate you. And, again, appreciate the QSL card there. I just put it on the wall with the rest of them. I've almost got this whole wall filled up. I only need about a dozen more, and then the whole wall's going to be full. And then my wife told me I need to move to the ceiling, so that's kind of what I'm shooting for there. I'm hoping to get a few more here next week too. We'll see what happens. But anyway, all right, Richard, have a great rest of your night there, sir. Thanks again, and I really appreciate the contact there for the second time. We'll catch you next time around there, Richard. Kilo Delta 5, Mike Zulu Victor, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, 73, sir. And I know I heard somebody in there. I know I did. I'm pretty sure it was a Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. Is that who I heard here behind Richard? You're going to do what because of me? Well, you need to turn your attenuator on there, Garrett. I think that's all you need to do. Just turn the attenuator on a little bit, and you'll be all right. I think we need to get you like a full legal limit amplifier there for the 18-wheeler there, Roger. Roger, I think I heard you say you're headed toward Detroit, man. I do apologize. You're just not getting in there that well, but I am hearing you. But is that what you said? You're headed toward Detroit? Yeah, like I said, there, Garrett, we're going to have to, I think all of us, you know who the group is. There's a whole group of us out here that do this live stuff and play on the radio. I think we all need to pitch in, just pass the hat around and get till Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey, at least some kind of amplifier there, even like a 500 watt amp or something for the 18-wheeler there. We got to do something. Usually he gets out pretty well, but apparently conditions are not in your favor tonight there, Garrett. Roger, my friend. All right, Garrett, you travel safe out there. I believe you said you're around Detroit or headed toward Detroit. I'm sorry, man. The conditions are just not that great. So, all right, buddy, I appreciate you there, Garrett. We got you in the logbook once again, my friend. And we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, buddy. Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
Kilo Echo 8 November Lima Echo.
All right, Kilo Echo 8 November Lima Echo. Looks like Michael in Michigan there around Kalamazoo there, Roger.
Oh, Roger. I was just hearing the last gentleman said he was near Galesburg, which is about 10 miles from me. He really was breaking my radio. Ground wave here was pretty strong with about 10 miles between us, so that's kind of funny that I just happened to pop in at the same time. Hey, you're right, the name here is Mike, and I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, K8NOE.
Roger there, Mike. All right, man. Looks like we had a contact on actually the exact same frequency here back in June 28th. So that's pretty cool. Right about the same time, too. Pretty close to it. So looks like we're, about 23 minutes from the time that we just made contact today. Exactly. It's on June 28th there on the same frequency. So there you go, man. Well, I got you a good 56 to 57 up here into Montana there, Roger.
I hear you about the same, about a 5, 6, 5, 7 here in Michigan as well. It's a beautiful part of the country to live in here. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, Roger. I hear Garrett there talking to you now, so it's but yeah, it is nice out here, man, especially in the summer and the fall, and then wintertime comes and it's just cold and windy and snowy and, you guys probably get that too, so you know how it is. So anyway, there you go. All right, Mike, I really appreciate the contact there, sir. I'll see if I can't make a few more for the band completely drops out. So I hope you have a great rest of your night. Pleasure's on my end. And, get on there with Garrett, man. You guys run up a few KCs or something and have a conversation. Garrett's a good guy out there. He's a lot of fun. So anyway, there you go. All right, Mike, have a great night there, sir. And we'll catch you on down the coax, my friend. Kilo Echo 8 November Lima Echo. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
7 is for you. W7 TVS K8NLE.
Yeah, you sound fantastic, RB.
All right, QRZ.
November 6th, Radio Victoria.
November 6th, Radio Victoria. Boy, that's Scott and Mission. I can never say that word. Dadgummit, I hate that. Viejo. There we go. That always just messes with my head. I don't know why. But, anyway, beautiful signal, beautiful audio up here, sir.
Yeah, you're in Montana, right?
Yeah, Roger. Out here in the central part of the state.
Yeah, you're coming in here about 10 to 20 over. Nice signal, good, strong signal, and sounds good. Yeah, I've been listening to you there, and I had to jump in and see where you're located with such a strong signal. Yeah, the name's Scott. The name's Scott down here in Southern California in the city of Mission Viejo, which stands for Old Mission. You know, Viejo means old in Spanish, so there you go, Mission Viejo. And yeah, you're sounding good, and you're making some contacts tonight. And Central, what is it? Central Montana, I believe you said, right?
Yeah, Roger. So I'm in the town called Belt, the town that holds your pants up there, hi. I'm about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls, if that gives you a little bit more perspective.
Yeah, that sounds great. Tell me what radio and microphone you're using. Sounds really good.
Well, you're sounding really good yourself. You got really good audio there. Good solid. You're coming up 5.8 to 5.9 too, so great signal. So what I'm running here is an IC7300, Heil PR781. My amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L. I'm not running it very hard, only about 500 or 600 watts. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter monoband horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum. No traps or nothing, just straight up half-wave 20-meter dipole, about 30 feet in the air, broadside east and west there. Roger.
Yeah, that sounds really good. The 7300, boy, a very popular radio. Boy, talk about getting great bang for the buck. That's the radio. ICOM did a good job with that.
It's all about the antenna.
With the Heil 781, and you are in business, my friend. Sounds really good. I couldn't recall your name. Go ahead, N6RRV.
All right there, Scott. My name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha Victor India Sierra. Very similar to my call sign.
Yeah, Travis, sounds good. Now, you're on 20 meters often, though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm out here about once a week, sometimes twice a week. Like I say, tonight's my Saturday night, so usually Wednesday nights is when I'm out here. And I go live on TikTok here and stream it. It's a lot of fun. I get a lot of people that like to watch it. I like to encourage people to become hams, as I am a VE myself. And I love doing that. I think it's great. So it kind of helps out with that. And I kind of like the educational part of it there, too.
Yeah, that's a good gig there for you there, Travis. I just want to jump in and say hi. I got to run in and get ready for my day tomorrow. Got to read some briefs, legal briefs, so I got to do that. Doggone it. But I couldn't help myself. Your signal was so strong in here, I had to say hello. So from Central Mission again, man, you sound great in the Mission Viejo. And we'll talk soon, Travis. Thanks again for picking me up. N6RRV.
Copy there, Scott. All right, man. Well, I got you in the logbook there, and I really appreciate the contact there, my friend. Thank you for the flowers on the radio, too, and I really appreciate that a lot. So, anyway, you have a great rest of your night. Like I said, you got a killer audio, too. It just sounds very, very clean, clear, nice and crisp, and, yeah, not over-deviating or anything like that. So, you're not doing too bad yourself there, sir. So, all righty there, Scott. Well, you can get to work there for your day tomorrow, and I think the only thing I'm going to do tomorrow, it's my Sunday, I think I'm just going to pick up the house a little bit, and I'm not going to do much. It's going to be raining all day, so I'm not going to do a lot. So anyway, there you go. All right, Scott, thank you very much from Southern California. You have a great rest of your evening. November 6th, Romeo Victor, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, up here in the town that holds your pants up, called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Oh, great job there, Travis. Okay, man, talk to you again soon. N6RRV.
Copy. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilowatt Victor 9 Ocean.
Kilo Mark 4.
Was that Kilowatt Victor 9 Hotel?
Kilowatt Victor 9 Ocean. Kilowatt Victor 9 Ocean. Dave in Deep Pier, Wisconsin.
Okay, we got her that time. There you are. Kilo Victor 9 Ocean. Okay, up there in Wisconsin. Yeah, you're sounding good, man. Get a great signal out here. Got a nice little QRZ page there, too. I like that contact. It's HRD log you got there. Okay, I see what it is. That's kind of a cool deal there, sir.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you. And, no, you got a great sounding signal up here. Actually, I was down at 80 meters just talking to some friends of mine, and I figured I was going to come up here in 20 and see what was going on, and you were probably the biggest signal on the dial. I'm only using 100 watts right now, and because I just got my antenna really soon, but just out of curiosity, so you're hearing me okay?
Oh, heck yeah. The band's a little up and down, but I mean, for the most part, 58 to 59. You did drop down to about a 5.6, 5.7, but at the end of it came right back up to a 5.9. So, yeah, you're doing fantastic over here.
Oh, that's awesome. And what's the call sign?
Call sign is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, and my name is Travis, and I'm out here in Belt, Montana.
Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. No. Yeah, I'm actually using a 80-meter full-wave loop, and I actually it's just acquired a beam, but I have to figure out how to get it up. But yeah, this is I moved about a year ago, and the loop antenna was the first one I ever had an experience with, and so far I had to say on all bands, it really sent me a long way.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's that loop's working good for you, man. And if you do an 80-meter loop or a 160 loop, they tend to tune just about everywhere, and they do really good. So especially if you can get them, in a real loop there. Of course, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as you can get them up and have it relatively the same height in the air all the way around. It's not too bad. Unfortunately, I can't get it one up over here just because the way the property is. We're up here on a hill, and the backyard slopes way down, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But I recently acquired a beam as well. It was actually an A4S. It was given to me. I had to drive all the way to the west end of the state there, about 200 miles to go pick the thing up. But I went and picked the darn thing up, and it has a few dead traps in it there. That was kind of the deal. He took it down because he didn't want to deal with the traps. And so this is actually what I built my dipole out of here. So I just use aluminum off of that antenna, and I figure, wintertime is a great time out here to do indoor activities, with the negative 20, negative 30 degree weather. So not going to be out doing much. So I think I'm going to get those traps rebuilt this winter here, and then maybe by spring I may be able to get that darn beam up in the air. We'll see what the heck happens.
Negative 30. Wow, and I thought we had it bad.
Oh yeah, no, it gets cold out here. Last December it was negative 50 degrees for like 4 days straight. So yeah, it gets pretty cold.
And that's not wind chill, that's actual temp.
Yeah, actual temperature there. So it's nothing for the wind to blow 20 to 30 mile an hour all the time out here. And that's so when it's negative 5, negative 10, it feels like negative 40. So yeah, it gets pretty hectic out here sometimes. But we're out here on the prairie land, we're not really we're not up in the trees, and we're not really out in the sagebrush. We're just kind of out here in the wide open rolling hills. So there's really nothing to stop the wind.
No, I would have to say that very rarely do we ever have to deal with that. It's probably we get down to the negative 20s. Very rarely have we ever seen those temps. Like negative 30 to 50, but yeah, I'm not going to complain if that's the case.
Yeah, well, it's just Montana. What the heck you gonna do? You gotta deal with the cold, nasty winters to enjoy the rest of the year there. That's just kind of it. It's an absolutely beautiful country out here. I'll give it that. But it's just like I said, it's a 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. You can't just have the good weather all the time. Otherwise, Montana wouldn't be Montana. So there you go. All right, David, I'm going to let you go, man. I'm going to see if I can't get a few more out there. So I really appreciate the contact there, sir. And I got you logged in the logbook, and we'll catch you next time around there, my friend. Kilo Victor 9 Oscar. Holy cow. Excuse me there. Yawn slipped out on me. Kilo Victor 9 Oscar, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
Well, thanks for picking me up, and have a great night.
Roger there, David. All right there. Have a great rest of your night there, sir. 73. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Mike 4, Radio Tango.
Kilo Mike 4, Radio Tango. That was a big signal. Scott in Tennessee there, Roger.
Hey, Travis. Yeah, you got it right. Scott in Tennessee. Here between Mason and Covington, Tennessee, about 40 miles north of Memphis. You're 20 over as well.
Yeah, you were almost 30 over. You were like 25 over 9 that last one. So that's heck of a signal out there from Tennessee there, sir.
I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I decided to turn the amplifier on this evening and run it. It's been a few months since I've even had it on. I generally run barefoot, but yeah, and I do have a beam antenna pointed in your general direction, so it tends to help. Over.
Yeah, Roger. You running full legal limit over there, or what the heck are you running there, power-wise?
Yeah, it's a AL 1200, and it's peaking at probably 1,300 watts at the moment, but I picked it up for a steal about 3 years ago from an operator. I think he was the third owner. It's about a 92 version, and you just can't kill that. Was it a 3CX 1200 A7, but you also can't find that tube anymore, so I don't usually drive it with more than 75 watts. Try to keep it going as long as possible.
Oh, absolutely. I understand that. Well, I'm running about 500 or 600 watts here. And this is a Dentron Clipperton L. I just got 4 brand new tubes in there. I put them in there about 4 months ago. And she'll scream if you push it. But here, hang on 1 second. So look at my signal there, and let me unkey here, and I'll key right back up. Hang on. All right, there you go. There's about a kilowatt. Does that make any difference at you there?
Yeah, it bumped it from about a plus 25 dB up to just under a plus 30. So it's doing a fine job for you. What kind of rig are you running?
I bumped that thing back down there. I don't like running her too hard. I'm kind of the same way you are. But IC 7300 over here. The microphone is an PR781. And well, you know what the amplifier is there. And the antenna is a 20-meter monoband horizontal dipole, half-wave, built out of aluminum, broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, doing a fine job for you for sure. Yeah, that 7300 is hard to beat. I got one on station here. I'm not using it at the moment, but
35
anyway, it sounds
over
really
9.
good on the air.
Wow.
So kudos to you on that. I know you're trying to pick up some more. I love it up in your state. I've only been up there 1 or 2 times, but I really like to visit up there and just hang out. It's
look at that
very,
signal.
Very calming in the wide open spaces. That's my kind of thing, man. I'm not a city dweller. So appreciate you picking me up this evening, Travis. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, Kilo Mike 4 Romeo Tango.
Copy there, Scott. Well, it's my pleasure indeed there, sir. Man, I mean, you're just, that last go-around, you hit almost 35 over 9 there, that last one. So whatever you're doing, man, you just keep it up. You got an absolutely phenomenal station. You are the loudest, the biggest signal I've seen at all tonight. So, yeah, you're doing a really good job there, sir. So, anyway, all right, Scott, I really appreciate you. I got you logged in the logbook there on QRZ, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time, I'm sure there, my friends. It's absolutely been my pleasure to meet you tonight. And you take care out there around Tennessee. And if you ever get up this way, man, I'm good on QRZ. Just shoot me an email or something like that. I'd love to sit down and have a cold one or a cup of coffee or some lunch or what the heck ever there. That'd be a lot of fun. So if you ever get up this way, and I would do the same if I headed down that direction too. So anyway, there you go. All right, Scott, have a great rest of your night there, sir. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you next time around. Kilo Mike 4 Romeo Tango, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana, 73. QRZ. Again. Okay, Alpha Charlie 9. Alpha Charlie 9 again.
Alpha Charlie 9. Uniform Victor. Ultraviolet. Remote.
Roger. So you're remote out there. Okay, Alpha Charlie 9, Uniform Victor. And which island are you on?
Well, I'm not that remote. I'm in northwest Indiana. Just about 70 miles from my home in Philadelphia.
Oh, Roger. Okay, I thought you said you were on an island. I don't know what the heck. I'm getting tired over here. Oh, man. Well, you got a good signal over here. I'll give you that, man. You're a good solid 58 to 59 there, Roger.
Roger. You're 5'9" here in northwest Indiana. I'm running an old Icon 707 and an off-center dipole up about 30 feet.
Roger. Well, that old ICOM's working for you. And those are good old rigs. Those old ICOMs, man. I've had, I had the 720 Alpha. I had a what was it? Oh man, I can't remember what the heck. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, not the 746, but anyway, I've had a few of them there. The 740. Gosh, I don't know. I've had 4 or 5 different ICOM rigs over the years. They've all been really good to me. That's what I'm running now. That's what I've always ran for HF rigs, and I've always enjoyed them. So yeah, that thing's doing a good job there, and that dipole's working great for you there, sir.
You've got a really good signal here. I'm only running 100 watts. I got this. It was funny. I had in high school back in the late 60s. I was in a radio station until 91. I started teaching and using the lab. And when I retired, I went back and got my license and went up to extra. But the day that I had some general on Friday, Sunday was the handset, and I picked up this Icom 707 and started working with it. Now I've got a 7300 in my home shack that I can bring in Indiana, and 707 here, so I can be on the air in either place. It's been good. It's been good. W7 PBS and 1890.
Yeah, Roger. So it sounds like you've had it for quite a while there, and that's not a bad thing, man. You know, there's so many HF rigs I wish I would have kept. I had an old Swan 500 at one point. You know, and what ends up happening with me is I got all these ham buddies out there, and then you'll get a new one, a new ham that'll join up in the group there, and then pretty quick they get their general, and they're like, man, I need to get an HF rig, and then I'm like, well, here, you can just have this one, and oh, by the way, here's some wire and some coax, and let's get this strung up for you, and I end up giving all my stuff away, but there are certain things I will not get rid of. I don't know why I do that. I've had so many radios and antennas over the years, and I don't know. I tend to just give them away. I've had quite a bit of stuff handed to me too, like especially when I was younger. I've been doing radio since I was 11 years old, and as I was a kid, naturally, that being that young, I didn't have an awful lot of money other than working in the summers, and so yeah, I definitely have my share of stuff given to me there for gear, and but I usually had to do chores for it. I never really got it for free. That was kind of the thing. So I don't know. Anyway, that's just me being an Elmer. I mean, what the heck are you going to do there?
Roger. Yeah, my first rig, I built the Hot Water 101. I still have it. It doesn't quite, because I don't fit for a long time. So I got all these heat for it.
Have a great night, James.
I get it moving. Actually, what I do most is little QRP rigs. So you know, the favorite now is the it's great.
I'm starting to lose him. Frequency is in use.
Field day a couple of years ago, with the MSTED, with the ARL MSTED antennas, and the ladies like that. Light.
We got a talker. Can't hardly hear him, though. He's dropped down to nothing. Yeah, Roger there, John. Well, I tell you what, man, I do apologize there, but you kind of, 20 meters a little bit up and down tonight, and you kind of dropped way down on me there, sir. I do apologize. I caught a little bit of it there talking about QRP and stuff like that, but it's getting pretty rough there, man. I got about an S2 to S3 of noise, and you're just right at the noise level now, so you were doing pretty good, but like I said, the band is up and down, so anyway, there you go. I hope you have a good rest of your night there, John. I did get you in the logbook, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, my friend. Alpha Charlie 9, Uniform Victor, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
73.
QRZ.
Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Kilo Hotel.
All right, Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Kilo Hotel. Looks like Jimmy in Texas there. QSL?
QSL. I just wanted to tell you good evening. Sounding great down here in West Texas. Doing about a 5.9 and just checking in with you.
Copy there, sir. Well, you're doing pretty good there. Good 5.7 to 5.8 anyway. Pretty good signal up here into Montana there. Roger.
Roger. I guess it's cooling off for you guys up there now, and I hope you have a good evening. And thanks for contacting me back. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Kilo Hotel, 73.
Roger, Jimmy. All right, man. I really appreciate the contact out there, and I hope you have a great rest of your night there, sir. Thank you very much for being in there, and we'll catch you on down the coax there, my friend. Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Kilo Hotel, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in central Montana, 73. QRZ.
Victor Charlie, Bravo 7, Sierra.
Okay, Victor Charlie again.
Kilo 4, Victor India Charlie.
All right, we got a Kilo 4, Victor India Charlie. Looks like that's Vic over there and in Puerto Rico. Is that right?
Yeah, that's me.
Roger, Vic. Well, you got a good signal up here, man. You're a good 5.7 to 5.8 out of Puerto Rico there, Roger.
Hey, Roger, you're a 5.7 in Puerto Rico also.
Copy. I thought the call sign sounded familiar, and I'm like, man, I think I've worked him, but it doesn't look like I've logged a contact with you. So, and anyway, I appreciate you being in there. That's awesome there, Vic. How's your night going, sir?
Well, it's going great. It's, a typical day in Puerto Rico. It's sunny all day. It's 90 degrees, and get a little rain in the afternoon, cools off, and there you go,
Yeah, Roger. Sounds like a pretty normal day there, I suppose. Yeah, well, we've been about, I think our high today was around 65, and I think we're going to get down to around probably the low or high 30s, maybe low 40s tonight. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 55 degrees and rain all day. So that's the seasons are changing up here there, QSL.
QSL, I can dig that. We're waiting around here. Next week we're supposed to have a little bit of wind blow maybe. But who knows? It changes from day to day.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it's going up here right now, too. It's a little different every day. I mean, heck, 2 days ago it was 80 degrees out, so, kind of one of those things. And I can tell the wind has quit blowing just by my reflected power's gone down there, too, so we must be kind of in between a lull. But I know there's definitely a storm coming in over here, so I don't know if I'll be out here tomorrow or not. We'll see how nasty it gets. Typically, when we get weather like that, we get thunder and lightning along with it, and, well, you know how ham radio and lightning go, so, yeah, not very good there, Roger.
Roger, as soon as I hear it, I unplug the antennas. What else can I do?
Well, that's all you can do. I've got a kill switch on everything out here because we get freak thunderstorms out here randomly. So when I'm not home, especially, every time I shut this station down, I put that thing straight to ground every time. And that's just, I got way too much equipment hooked up here. I got the same thing on my pickup, too. I got the same kill switch. And I just make sure it's always on the ground every time before I get out of the pickup or when I'm done in the shack. So there you go. Yeah, Roger. Well, that's just the way you got to do it. So, anyway. All right, Vic. Well, I really appreciate the contact there from Puerto Rico, sir. You take care. Thank you very much for being in there. And we'll see if we can't get a few more here tonight. Conditions are really kind of... You're doing a pretty decent job, but conditions are really up and down and not doing that great. So, anyway, there you go. All right, Vic. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much again. Kilo 4, Victor India Charlie. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up, called Belt, Montana.
Kilo 4, Victor India Charlie, 73.
73, Vic. Thank you for being there, sir. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
November 8, Juliet Foxtrot Juliet.
November 8, Juliet Foxtrot Juliet. That looks like John in Michigan there. QSL?
That is correct.
got a 5-7 copy on you here. Nice to hear somebody on at this hour, and the conditions such as they are. Give me the rundown there, please.
Yeah, Roger there, John. Well, it looks like just a little over a month ago there we made a contact, or actually just under a month ago there here on 20. And yeah, you're doing the same thing here, right about a 5-7. Yeah, not too bad. Pretty decent signal for how conditions are tonight there, Roger.
Okay, could I get the name there?
Name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha, Victor India Sierra.
Okay, Travis, and what is the city there in Montana?
The city is called Belt. The town that holds your pants up there high.
Okay, what geographic location are you in the state? I'm familiar a bit with, what the heck was it, Helena and another nearby town or city there.
So I'm probably about a 2-hour drive from Helena. I am 17 miles southeast of Great Falls is where I'm at. So I'm northeast of Helena there. If I were to drive, like I said, it could be anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on weather and traffic.
Okay, copy that. Can you see any notes? I think you said you were making during our previous contact.
Oh gosh, I have so many notes written here. Where the heck is it? I don't know. I've got notes all over the place. I've got so many pages of different notes here. Let's see here. Juliet Foxtrot, Juliet. Oh man, I see stuff about Flex radios, and I see stuff about QRZ. Man, I see stuff about icons. Oh man, I don't know. I'd have to go back to the pages here.
Okay, no problem. I thought you might be doing what I am just trying to get the hang of, putting it into a computer program. Go ahead.
Oh, Roger. No, I've got a paper log here, and I write contacts down on, and I also log everything into QRZ. So I got you logged into QRZ here tonight, but I've got all kinds of notes here because I'll hear people talk about things that are like we talk about, we'll say like hex beams, or like another guy was talking about flex radios for the blind and stuff like that, So I've got so many different notes, and oh man, I don't know. I got pages and pages and pages and notebooks full of stuff there. So it's kind of sloppy, but it's all there.
Well, I do a paper log myself too, Travis, and I transfer from the paper log some of the information, probably the major portion, into Ham Radio Deluxe. Go ahead.
Yeah, copy. Once upon a time, I did play with Ham Radio Deluxe, but I've had the best luck with QRZ. I don't know why. I'm too dumb to figure out Logbook of the World. I tried to do that. I could never, ever get into it. I got the certificate and the all the stuff you got to do for it, get the thing mailed to you. I could never figure that one out. I'm not computer savvy enough. But QRZ seems to work well. That's probably been my favorite one over the years.
Okay, I understand. I had a temporary thing with LOTW, but like your experience, I'm not computer savvy enough to have the patience to try to figure out all the terminology. Go ahead.
Well, that's exactly right, because they're like, well, take this file and do this with it, and then move it to this file here, and then open this drive, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what it boiled down to. I'm a VE-Ether ARRL. I just can't use their logbook. I mean, I don't know. So that's just, and I have a lot of people like DX Station and stuff going, I really wish you used that, and I'm like, I can't figure it out. So I don't know. I guess I gotta get somebody smarter than me with computers that knows what's going on there, Roger.
Well, I've tried about 4 different sources of trying to figure some of this stuff out, and unless it's given to you at birth, you can't keep up with it.
Well, that's exactly right, you know, and I can run the computers at work because it's basically the same thing over and over and over again. I've got that one figured out, but yeah, Logbook of the World. There's a lot of those programs out there I can't figure out, you know, the logging stuff and this and that. So I don't know. It's probably really not that hard. I just have to have somebody show me how to do it. And if somebody showed me how to do it once or twice, I'd probably be able to do it every time. But yeah, it sounds like you and I are in the same boat with that, John.
Well, I recently made a new friend with a guy that I guess he's like a computer counselor or something, works from home for a computer business or whatever he calls it. And, you know, he's about half my age, maybe even less than that. And, you know, if you got it, you got it. Go ahead.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, one of my buddies, he's actually out in Eugene, Oregon. He's a ham operator. Kilo 7 Oscar Whiskey is his call sign there. And he's an IT guy. That's what he does for a living, you know, and he's really good at it. But he's 850 miles away from me. And that's kind of hard for, you know, him to show me how to do that. He's that far away. So kind of one of those deals. But yeah, I totally understand there, sir. All right, John, well, I'm going to let you go, man. I'm not going to be out here too much longer, but I think I'm going to try to make a few more contacts out here, and yeah, just a few more anyway. So I'm starting to get tired here, but anyway, there, John. Thank you very much for being there, sir. It's a pleasure to talk to you again, and hope to catch you on down the log another time there, sir. November 8, Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet, Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, up here in Belt, Montana.
November 8, Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet. Very well there, Travis. Just one quick question just came to mind. I wonder if you're an outdoors type.
Oh, yeah. We like to do all that stuff there. And hunting season's, well, we're in bow season right now, so yes, sir. Rifle season's coming.
Well, do you live in a area where the moose and bear come up in your backyard?
No, not so much. That's more on the western side of the state. We do get bears out here once in a while, but where I'm at in this particular area, there's not too many out here on the prairies. You head a little bit south out of here and head up into the Little Belt Mountains, and there's bears everywhere. The moose like to stay farther north than where I'm at, though.
Okay, copy that. Real fine. Just wanted to mention the question because I used to have a friend of my former wife does taxidermy.
Anybody in here tonight?
Yeah, Roger on the taxidermy. Yeah, there's a lot of taxidermists out here, but there's a lot of hunting out here too. There's you know, we got antelope, we got deer, we got well, the bison. You can go out and bison hunt. You got elk. You got to draw tags for bison, though. That's a pretty particular thing. But yeah, you can hunt all kinds of stuff. You can get bear tags for out here too. They're not that far away, but yeah. So there's a lot of animals out there. So anyway, a lot of fishing too. Lots of fly fishing and whatnot. So all right, there, John. Well, I got other people coming in here, man. So I'll catch you next time around. Appreciate you again. November 8, Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet, Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, out here in Central Montana, 73.
Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra. November 8, Juliet, Foxtrot, Juliet. Very nice copy through most of the little chat here. Looking forward.
Hey, Whiskey 7, you still in here?
73 there, John. Have a good night there, sir. Yeah, go ahead there, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't hear him. I thought he had signed off and you were just hanging out. Call here is Whiskey 9 Oscar Sierra, India. The name's Dirk, and I'm located in southwestern Illinois. And I had just hooked up this radio, and man, you're giving me 20 over here, and I was just wondering what's going on in your neck of the woods, and what kind of rig you run there.
Well, I appreciate the 20 over there, Dirk, and yeah, you're doing pretty good here too. You're a good 10 over 9. So what I'm running here, I got an IC 7300, Heil PR 781, and my amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L. However, I'm only running about 500 or 600 watts out of there. I'm not running it terribly hard, and my antenna is a homemade 20 meter half wave horizontal monoband dipole. Made out of aluminum. It's broadside east and west at about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Yeah, QS. Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm running a Flex 6500 here that I just put in line, and I haven't been running it very long. I'm running a Heil Pro set here, and a 4-element monobander pointed in your general direction. Just doing 100 watts here, and I'm telling you, you're sounding great. I'm just trying to figure out what was going on over there. 7300 sounds great.
Oh, Roger. Well, I appreciate the flowers on that, and yeah, that Flex radio sounds real good too. Really clean, narrow signal there, nice, clear, crisp audio. Just sounds just awesome. So yeah, that's something to see. I've never played with those Flex radios before. Probably a little bit rich for my blood, but yeah, they're really good rigs there, that's for sure. And I've heard nothing but good things about them. And yeah, Phil, if you're pointing at me doing 100 watts, that last round you bumped the 30 over 9 mark there.
Oh, good. That's good. I'm just glad the beam's working and the conditions are pretty good on 20 meters for this time of night for me anyway. So that's good. I just kind of amazed that you're running not a beam. I thought, man, this guy's got to be all over a beam. But man, I'm telling you, signal's fantastic and the audio's great. That Heil's doing a great job for your 7300 for sure.
Yeah, ain't getting out west there tonight, Jim. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Yeah, Roger. Well, I do appreciate that there. I kind of live on a hill here, too. That has something to do with it. So even though my antenna is only 30 feet in the air, realistically, from where that antenna sees the ground, it's probably closer to 90 feet. So it's, that's kind of how that works out. But I kind of got that going to my advantage. But I don't know. I do pretty good. I wish I had a little bit more aluminum up in the air, and that's just what I got for now. So I got to get some traps rebuilt over the winter here. I got an A4S. In fact, that's what this is built out of, is pieces of that A4S. I just got to rebuild some traps. The thing was given to me for free. I just had to go pick it up, and that's going to be my winter project there. Get those traps rebuilt, and hopefully springtime I'll get that A4S in the air. Man, I think I can get a few more elements up there, a little more aluminum in the air, boy. I think it could really do some talking over into Europe there, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, that'd be great. That's where it's at. That's where I started, was an A4S, and I had the 40-meter kit on it, and I used to use it all the time, and I got tore up by a windstorm, and now I'm just running a 4-element monobander here. I got something for you to listen to, Travis. I'll send you this way. You tell me what you think.
So I got to get some traps rebuilt over the winter here. I got an A4S. In fact, that's what this is built out of, is pieces of that A4S. I just got to rebuild some traps. The thing was given to me for free, so I got to get some.
So I figured I'd send that to you. That's what you sound like on my end, and it's crystal clear, fantastic, and I appreciate you coming back to me. I'm sorry I caught you off guard there, Travis. I didn't mean to cut your guy off either, but I wasn't hearing him well, and I apologize. So I'll let you button it up. You're sounding great, doing a fantastic job, and I can't wait to hear you when you get your antenna up. W7 TVS W9OSI returning.
Roger there, Dirk. Well, I tell you what, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's just. I mean, it's almost to the point right now where we could almost just. I could put my headset on here. I could put everything on Vox and just close my eyes and be like, yep, he's sitting right next to me. So yeah, that's kind of. I don't have a recording device over here, but we are running live over here too. I like to run these live on TikTok. I do this about once a week. And usually what I do is I just come out here and just QRZ, I call it fishing. And I just come out here and just make some contacts, talk to some people, and, just have fun out here. So, yeah, so you're in that too. And thank you for playing that back, man. That's really cool. I don't get to hear myself very often. Once in a while, somebody will send me an email with a file in it or something that has has my recording on there, but that's really cool that you can do it on the fly like that. So anyway, yeah, well, Dirk, I'm going to see if I can't make a few more out there. I know the conditions are not the best. Between you and me, we got a direct line there, buddy, so that's a little different ball game. But anyway, so Dirk, I really appreciate you there, sir, and I did get you logged into QRZ, and I'm going to write you down. I'm going to get a QSL card out to you. I got a pile of them going out tomorrow here. And, man, I'm going to have to turn the page. My page is about full, so I'm going to write it down right now if my pen will work. And, oh, crap, I've already messed it up. There we go. SI. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to get you in the pile there and when I fill out my cards tomorrow, and I'll get you one in the mail there, Roger.
QSL, Travis, I appreciate it. That's awesome. I see your QSL card, and that's something that my son, he's 14, and my daughter, she's 11. We've been up to Michigan and all kinds of stuff. That's a fantastic card you got there on your page for sure. I'm spotting you, and hopefully maybe you'll get some bites. You have a good one. It's been a pleasure. 73 to you. And thanks again, Travis. You made my night. You're sounding fantastic. So 73, and hopefully I'll figure out how to run this gear over here. It'll be better next time. So you have a good one. Best of luck, huh? And hopefully you get to W7TBS 73. W9OSI here in Illinois. Catch you later.
Roger there, Dirk. Yep, and the band just totally shifted on us, man. You dropped way down, just about to nothing there. So, yeah, it's just the way 20 meters is being tonight. All right, Dirk, have a great night there, sir. Thank you again. And we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, my friend. Thank you very much. Whiskey 9, Oscar Sierra, India. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra. Out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana, 73. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
KEA, we'll try it again for Zulu Mike.
Hey, Alpha Zulu Mike.
Yes, sir. Kilo 4 Alpha Zulu Mike here. You're 5'7" in North Georgia. Over.
Roger. That's, yeah, they're in North Georgia. All right, so Eric. All right, I got you about the same, man, about a 5'6", a 5'7" up here in the central Montana. Roger.
Roger that. Good to hear from you. I'm kind of new at this, and I needed a good contact in Montana for my own state, so you're going to fit the bill tonight. Over.
Oh, copy. Well, good deal, man. I'm glad to be your Montana contact, and, well, welcome to Ham Radio if you're kind of new at this there, or at least welcome to HF, one or the other. But, yeah, I really appreciate you being in there, sir, and I did get you logged on QRZ, so if you need the contact there, buddy, it should be ready to go for you there. QSL?
QSL, I'll do the same, and we'll be good. Appreciate that. I won't be long. I'll let you get back to your other contacts, but I do appreciate it. 73.
Copy there, Eric. All right, man, I really appreciate you getting in there tonight, and it's my pleasure to meet you there, sir, and hope you have a great rest of your night. Get out there, have some fun, buddy. We'll catch you on down the log another time. Kilo 4 Alpha Zulu Mike, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra in central Montana, 73. QRZ.
KEA, WLW, we'll try again.
There you are, Garrett. There's a good signal. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, so you're listening to Jack. Yeah, I'm in, hell, I don't remember where I'm at. But
why shouldn't I say QSL?
About 10 over.
Copy. You're coming in there about a 5'7" to 5'8", man. Yeah, definitely bumped it up from what you were doing before there, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, that time I had you 10 over right there. We're going to Pontiac, Michigan. I got a load of car parts for GM, and really a bunch of people blowing the horns on the highway.
Well, you be careful out there, and those car parts are probably going to sit around for a while. They're going to they're on strike right now. All the auto manufacturer employees there.
Yeah, roger that. That just
it makes perfect sense if you know CW. Yeah, copy. But well, yeah, you're doing good now, man. So I don't know. You must have turned direction, or the band just changed on us. I don't know what happened there.
My truck was facing south.
Oh, okay. So now you got that whole trailer and everything facing west. Then I'm assuming.
Yeah. Now I'm driving east. So my trailer is to the west, and it's probably a little funky, but we should be able to make contact for at least a minute or two.
Yeah, copy. Are you on Interstate 75 out there?
No, I'm on I-94 Southern Michigan.
Roger, I-94 in Southern Michigan. All right, somebody just popped up on the live and asked if you were on 75, so that's why I just threw it out there. But, well, there you go, man. All right, Garrett. Well, yeah, you're doing a good job there, sir. And, yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can't make a few more out here, buddy. So you be safe, mobile safe out there. And you sound like you're probably not too far out there anyway.
Roger, 73.
Roger, KE8WLW, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, 73, my friend. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilowatt Charlie 2 Echo Tango Golf.
All right, Kilowatt Charlie 2 Echo Tango Golf. Looks like Kevin in Tennessee there, Roger.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin out here in Tennessee, Travis. You're a good 5'9" out here. Sounding good.
Yeah, QSL. Well, you're a good solid 5'10" over 9 there, man. You got a beautiful signal. You got a beautiful signal out here there, sir.
Yeah, you're doing well as well. You know, really good here as well. So, really good signal running a Mosley tri-bander with a kilowatt your way with a Yaesu 1000D there, good.
Copy. Working conditions over here are a ICOM IC 7300, the People's Radio, and a PR 781 for a microphone there. Dentron Clipperton L. I'm only running about 500 or 600 watts. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter monoband horizontal dipole built out of aluminum, and it is broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Okay, very good. Well, this Mosley is about 55, 60 feet in the air. Microphone here is a Shure SM7 I just got set up today. So how's the audio sound?
Oh, sounds absolutely fantastic. Nice, clean, clear. Not too over deviating or anything like that. Just sounds absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, I'll get you logged up there in QRZ, and I'll later throw you over to Logbook of the World and get you in there as well there. So thanks for the contact. Nice signal, and nice to meet you.
All right there, Kevin. I really appreciate you getting in there, sir. And, yeah, you jumped up. You were almost 35 over 9 that last round there. You peaked at 35 over. You bounced the little notch there up there. So, yeah, fantastic signal from Tennessee there tonight. So that Mosley beam is working well for you with the kilowatt. But anyway, all right, well, we'll catch you next time around. I already got you logged into QRZ there, so you'll be good on that end. I'm too dumb to figure out Logbook of the World, so yeah, I got QRZ, and that's what works. So there you go. All right, Kevin, have a great rest of your night there, sir. Thank you very much for the contact. Pleasure to meet you. Kilo Charlie 2 Echo Tango Golf, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
All right, well, I appreciate the contact. Yeah, sounding good here. Kilo Charlie 2 Echo Tango Golf, 73.
Roger. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ. Did everybody just go away? Holy cow. CQ 20 meters. CQ 20 meters. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. All right, November 9, Golf Delta Echo. Looks like Greg in Indiana there. QSL?
QSL. I have you got the 570 here in Indiana. I'm on that 21.
Roger. All right, I got you about a 5 and 5, man. About a 55 up here into central Montana there. Roger. All right, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching, the likes and everything. You guys have a great night, buddy. Thanks for being there. Well, I do apologize there, Greg. I totally lost you, man. Conditions just changed on us and you dropped down into the noise. But anyway there, sir, you have a great rest of your night. I got you logged into QRZ, and we'll catch you on down the logbook, man. I think conditions are kind of going kaput on us. I don't know what the heck. That's the solar storm's still happening here, so that's kind of what we're dealing with there tonight. So anyway, November 9, Golf Delta Echo, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. Have a great night, sir. 73. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo
Kilo Echo 4, Charlie Mike Kilo. Is that correct?
Pretty close. Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Mike Kilo. Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Mike Kilo.
All right, there we go. All right, good deal. There we go. Bob in Virginia. I remember talking to you. I'm like, wait a minute, Great Falls. Wait, no. You're on the East Coast, not in Montana. How we doing tonight there, Bob?
Thanks for reaching out. We're doing great. Just kind of getting late, and I just thought I'd make a couple of comments before I went to bed. So I picked up. I heard not a lot of traffic. Looks like 20 meters is pretty much dead. I've got about 2 signals on it, but you were one of them. So I guess we get to talk. Not a bad signal, but not very strong. About a 5-3 in Great Falls. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I got you about a 5 and 5 over here, man, just outside of Great Falls, the other Great Falls there. But, yeah, the conditions are just about gone. I've kind of been watching it here, and they were really good, and they just kind of faded out on us here. So it's been a little up and down tonight, but, what are you going to do, man? You're at the solar index is at a K3 right now, so, I mean, you got to expect it. But anyway, well, thanks for coming in there, Bob. Thanks for coming in and getting in my radio again there. I definitely appreciate you.
Travis, thanks a lot. I'll let you go and make some more contacts, and I'm going to shut down and get a little bit of rest tonight.
Thanks for the follows, guys.
Again in the morning. So W7TBS from Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Mike Kilo 73.
Copy there, Bob. Well, that time you jumped way up there, 5.7 to 5.8. So, yeah, it's all over the place. All right there, Bob. You have a great night there, sir. I'll let you hit the hay. And, I'm going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon, too. So, anyway, there you go. Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Mike Kilo, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend. QRZ. I think the band has died.
November 4, Whiskey Yankee Echo.
Spoke too soon. November 4, Whiskey Yankee Echo. Looks like Lee in Georgia there. QSL?
QSL. You're 10 over 9 into Atlanta, over.
Yeah, Roger there, Lee. Well, you are 10 over 9 into Central Montana there, my friend. You have a fantastic signal there.
Hey, let me get your call. I was in the middle of something when you called QRZ, and I had to figure out where my plugs were, and I didn't get my act together fast enough. Oh.
I shouldn't laugh. I apologize, but that same thing happens to me there, too. So, anyway, call sign is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra.
Respond, Travis. Correct?
That would be me there, sir, in Belt, Montana.
Okay, great. Yeah, I looked at your QSL card, it looks like a QSL card in the upper right-hand corner, and I just got back from 2 weeks in Alaska with my grandkids.
Oh my gosh, that must have been an absolute blast up there. I talked to my wife a few years ago about going on a cruise or something to Alaska, or just going up there for a while, and she's like, yeah, no, that's not happening. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, you end up in Alaska, you're probably never coming home. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, there's that.
Well, at least you are an adventuresome soul.
Kilo 4, Kilo Whiskey, Quebec, hello.
19 years ago, I guess, out of college, as a wildlife biologist. She went up there as an intern during the summer before that. And so she ended up staying in, she was single when she moved up there, was down in Kenai, which is down on the peninsula a little bit.
73, buddy, thanks for coming in.
She and her college friend turned out to have had a crush on each other that they didn't know about, so they left college and separated, and they got back together again, and they started dating long distance, and he ended up moving up there, getting married, and finished his PhD in wildlife biology, and now he's a chief wildlife biologist on the Save the Polar Bear activity up there.
Well, I'll be darned. Well, that's a pretty cool deal. That's an interesting story, too, there, but... yeah, for the Save the Polar Bear thing, I've heard about that before. They do really good things. That's that's a really good deal. You know, I like to hear that, and the fact that you know that the head guy for that deal, or the head biologist anyway, that's really awesome. But you know, my whole thing is you know, I don't get to do it a lot out here because there's not much of them out here. But salmon fishing, I've done a lot of that over on the West Coast, around Oregon and stuff like that. Salmon and steelhead fishing, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I think if I ended up in Alaska, I'd probably just, you know, end up like selling everything except maybe some radio gear, you know, and maybe some firearms there, because, well, you're in Alaska, you might need those. And you know, I'd probably end up living on the river.
Well, it's a nice spot, and what intrigued me the first time I went up there was the fact that the Kenai River is turquoise green. And I thought, why in the world would it be turquoise green? It turns out it's the sediment runoff from the
from Montana
that turns them that color.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. See, that's the thing. I've never been up there, and I've always wanted to see it. I know people that have gone up there and done fishing and hunting and this and that, and they're like, oh, you got to go. You just got to go see it, you know, at least once. And I'm like, well, I guess maybe when I retire, I might sneak up there for a couple of weeks or something. But yeah, it's just the way it goes, you know. But yeah, it's I know it's beautiful country, and it's definitely unique and one of a kind. That's for sure.
Well, it turns out Alaska's only got 700,000 people in it, and the county next to the one I'm in has 700,000 people in it. But about half of them live in Anchorage, and the rest of them are spread around a pretty good-sized state. But I was up there for a couple of weeks. In fact, I took a Yaesu 857D and an infed half-wave antenna up there and played with that for a while. Kind of enjoyed that. We didn't do a lot of traveling around because I've been up there probably 12 times. But it's you know, there's two ways to look at it. One, it is truly the great frontier, and it is just gargantuan in every respect. And the other one is, once you get outside Anchorage, it's a little desolate, and you don't see many animals. And you know, a place that big, it's hard to see a lot of animals. But then you realize, Dave, my son-in-law, sent me a picture one time, and it was a picture from a helicopter he took, and the whole frame of picture was a caribou herd, the largest caribou herd in Alaska, which is the pine herd. And I asked him, I said, how many caribou are in that herd? He said, we estimate about 500,000.
500,000 caribou. That is a lot. That is a tremendous amount of animals. You know, so that's we have just over twice that amount of people here in the whole state of Montana. So that's a lot. 500,000 caribou. Holy cow.
And they just eat moss, too. Anyway, by the way, I'm running about, let's see, let me turn my meter on here. I think about 500 watts into a 40-meter horizontal delta loop, which is pointed towards Europe, but doesn't do too bad in your direction, I don't think. Yeah, I'm running about 500 watts. The exciters are 7300, Nikon 7300, and I like it a lot. It's been a lot of fun. I got back into ham radio when I retired, and sure I'm glad I did. So it's been fun. But we got a pretty active ham club here. Let's see, you're in Belt, Montana. I don't think I know where that is, over.
Yeah, most people don't know where that is. It's kind of a reclusive town. In fact, I know somebody I know from Three Forks there. She's like, where's Belt? And I'm like, yeah, you're not that far away from Three Forks. So, yeah. But we're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, man. We're about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls is kind of where we're at. It's kind of weird because, you know, the whole town is down in a hole. And so if you're up on the highway cruising by, there's a little tiny sign up there that says Belt with an arrow pointing left. And then you turn on this road and you drive about a mile down a hill into a canyon. And then pretty soon it's like, oh, hey, look, there's a town down here. That's kind of cool, you know. And that's Belt, Montana. So it's kind of interesting. It's definitely spread out. I mean, you know, there's mostly ranches around here. That's pretty much all it is. You know, we're out here in the prairie land, so it's mostly grazing hay, cattle. Of course, there's deer and antelope and everything else. But, of course, the Belt Creek runs through here. Phenomenal fishing. But trout fishing and whatnot. So that's kind of what the deal is with Belt. But anyway, my exciter here as well is an IC7300. My microphone is a PR781 Heil mic. Dentron Clipperton L is my amplifier. And I'm also running about 500 or 600 watts. I don't run this amplifier very hard, especially when I'm getting long-winded. If I'm trying to do some DX contacts or something like that or break a pile up, I'll bump it up to a KW. The thing will do legal limit easy if I push it hard enough, but I don't ever do that. So, yeah, that's kind of what I got going here. Oh, and the antenna, it's a 20-meter monoband horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum, and just a half-wave antenna, broadside east and west, at about 30 feet in the air there.
Okay, it sounds like it's doing a good job. I went through, in the last 4 years when I got back in the hobby, I went through a 40-meter dipole in the attic. I'm in an HOA, and you sound like you don't have those kinds of restrictions to worry about, so good for you. And then I went into an all-center fed dipole up in the trees in the backyard so the neighbors wouldn't see it. And then I found out about the in-fed half-wave antennas and ended up with an orthogonal pair up about, I guess about 60 feet. And they work pretty well. And then I thought, at field day last year, that loop looks like a really nice antenna. So I put up a delta loop because I could put it underneath the end-fed and just throw it up one afternoon just for fun. And it was about 40 feet up. And would you believe it was outdoing the end-feds about 20 feet above that? So I thought, why don't I take the end-feds down, raise the loop as high as I can get it. So I got it up about 70 feet. And it just so happens that the corner I fed with the coax is the corner that favors, for the length, to keep the length of the coax short to the radio. And it just so happens that favors Europe. So it's worked out really well. And it really works. I've been pleasantly surprised with it. I've taken all the antennas down except the loop, and I turned one of the in-feds into a 40-meter vertical, and it works pretty well. But I must admit, I've been really surprised at how seldom the 40-meter in-fed vertical beats the loop. I can count them on maybe two hands, and I was really quite surprised at that. I thought DX would be a better deal with the in-fed with the vertical, but the horizontal loop at that height seems to do a pretty good job.
Well, those horizontal loops do work pretty well compared to an in-fed. They definitely do. I tell you this, I've pretty much always ran dipoles. Like wire dipoles and stuff. But I tell you what, this one that I built here. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Getting tired over here. I'm probably not going to be out here too much longer. But anyway, I tell you what though, man, this dipole that I built, this has outperformed every antenna I've ever put up, and I've built a lot of antennas over the years. I've ran commercial antennas. I've ran, built my own wire antennas, this and that. Yeah, mostly wire antennas that I built. I don't think I've only ran, I guess, a few commercial antennas, but like the G5RV, which I gave that about a week, and I tore that thing down. Didn't like that at all. Didn't work out well for me. But yeah, this antenna here has just, it works everywhere. They'll even be like, I got a buddy down in Chile there, Charlie Echo 3 Quebec Yankee, and he'll come in here just booming like gangbusters, and I'll be rolling around, and I'll see his signal, and I'll roll over there, and he's calling. I can hear a few people calling back. He ain't hearing them, and I key up. He's like, "Oh, hey, Travis, you're 10 over 9." I'm like, "Well, my antenna's pointing east and west, and you're due south of me, but hey, who the heck knows? I'm not complaining."
Well, the height probably helps you a little bit.
Well, there is that part of it too, and kind of, I don't know, it's just weird being down in the bowl, being down in this hole that we live in here. There's hills all around us, it's kind of interesting. You can kind of see it from from the pictures that I have there. I probably need to get some more pictures. Maybe as we get a little deeper into fall, maybe I'll get a couple of different pictures, give a little more perspective of where I'm actually at. Maybe I go down to the park and if my camera will zoom in at my house on the hill there, so you can kind of see what's behind the house there on the other side. And I don't know, yeah, but it's just strange how well it works being where I'm at.
Yeah, well, I'm in a bit of a down depression as well. I'm close to the river, basically, and so it's certainly not salt water, so it wouldn't help me anyway. But it seems to work out okay. I've been real pleased with it. It's been a pretty good location, and the trees in the back. I've got big oak trees in the backyard, so I can hang vertical antennas. I throw one of those up, and the horizontal antennas they're a little bit easier to handle, given the I was going to do the vertically hung delta loops, and then I thought, well, I've got enough clearance right in the center of my backyard, right behind the deck, that I can put the 40-meter delta loop. If I don't put an 80-meter loop, the 40-meter loop will fit in there. And so I put that up, and I've been real pleased with it. I can hide it pretty well, and
thanks
I've also got an 80-meter loop,
there,
but
buddy.
it's only about 45 feet up. It's not very high, but it sure does make a difference on 80. I don't operate 80 much, but anyway. And though, by the way, the linear I'm running is an old SB200. I was at one of our hand club flea market program nights, and a buddy of mine had an extra linear, and he decided he hadn't used it much, and he'd rebuilt it, put all the mods in it. So basically, if you looked at the Heath catalog and looked at an SB200 brand new, that's exactly what this looks like. And the guy put new tubes in it, and I got a really good deal. And I was going to build an LD Moss amplifier from scratch, and I thought, that'll take me 1 to 2 years, and probably end up costing me more than it would if I just bought one. So anyway, that's why I got this linear, and it seems to be working fine. And I can push it probably for another 100 watts or 200 watts, but I let it idle along a little bit here. So, by the way, what kind of work do you do out there, Travis? Over.
Well, I manage an auto parts store is what I do. Just to be, blatantly, I won't say the name here, but I will say it starts with an O and ends with a Riley. Yeah, hi. That's what I do, but it's not a bad deal. I've been working for that company for quite a few years now, and they treat me pretty well. I can't really complain too much, other than the corporate side of it. But yeah, if you can deal with that, and just do what they want you to do, they pretty much leave you alone. It's not bad, but yeah. So no, I understand it. Man, you got an SB200 that's in mint condition. That's awesome. This old Clipperton L is not quite as old as that SB200 is, but that's an oldie but goodie, man. And the same with this Clipperton L. They just built them like tanks. They built them solid, and I had to put new tubes in this. I've had it for about 4 or 5 years now. I think I've had this amplifier. Same type of deal. I got it for a really good deal. I actually found it on QTH.net. And guy was about an hour and a half away from me or something like that. And I looked at the price, and I was like, that seems too good to be true. And I got a hold of him, and he goes, no, just getting rid of stuff. If you want it, come get it. Bring some cash. And, of course, naturally, I brought a lot more cash and, bought a whole bunch of other stuff from him, because that's just what happens, as hams. We go somewhere where the guy's got a bunch of stuff for sale. Well, we leave with more than we intend to go with there. So that's how it works, but as you know. But, those amplifiers are fantastic. And I had to put new tubes in this thing here about, I don't know, it's been 3 or 4 months ago now, something like that. And I tell you what, though, boy, this thing had Dentron tubes in it from the factory still. And, it's been a really good amp. So I don't know. But, good on you for that SB200. Those old Heathkit amps are just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, at $250, I figured it was a good deal.
I would say so. I paid $400 for this one, but which I still thought wasn't a bad price, because everybody else was asking $600, $700, $800 for them, And this one, the only problem is the case has got a couple of scuffs on it. The face is pretty darn clean. The side of the case has a few scuffs on it, and it needed a new power cord. That was about it. So, which you could run on the power cord. It wouldn't have hurt nothing, but it definitely was a little frayed. Otherwise, it was in good, it's in good shape there. So yeah, I still couldn't complain about the price, but I would have jumped all over that for $250.
Well, he was really just cleaning out his shack and trying to get rid of stuff and wanted to find a good home for it. And he's the president of our ham club, and I knew the guy. I'd met him and been over to his house and knew him pretty well. And he likes projects, and so he took that thing on as a project. He was going to use it himself, and then he ended up with a higher powered solid state amp, and just didn't have any need for it. And so he gave me a discount for it. But so where do you find a linear for 50 cents a watt? But I've been real pleased with it, and it's been a lot of fun. I just by the way, speaking of that, and projects, I just built a digital SWR meter, power meter, and watt meter and SWR bridge. That it's a digital one. It's a kit form, and the guy's selling them for $250, and they're like the what's the one that's about $800? I want to say LG, but that's not right. LD or something like that. But I had fun building it. All the good news is all the surface mount stuff was already soldered on the boards, and the rest of the parts you had to put in were through holes. So it was a pretty easy thing to build, and I like that a lot. So we had a flea market at the ham club meeting last night, and we had probably 30 tables full of stuff. And I brought a airborne version of an R390 that I couldn't move, but I'm not surprised.
This guy's like the only signal on the band, more or less.
But you're right. A lot of guys took a lot of stuff, and a lot of guys, got rid of some of their stuff. But most guys, I think, ended up even. They brought home as much as they took.
Oh yeah, that's usually how it goes with those things too. Yeah, my ham club here is the Great Falls Masonic Amateur Radio Club there. And we're not quite big enough yet to be having swap meets and whatnot, but there is another club in Great Falls that does some stuff. They've been around for a long time. They don't like to do a lot, though, anymore, so we kind of formed this club here. I wasn't at mercy to form the club. I just joined this particular club. They've been going for about a year when I joined them, but yeah, no, that's how it goes. You go there and bring stuff to get rid of, and you just come back with more stuff. So, yep, I totally understand that. I've done that before. Definitely have done that. I understand. That's pretty cool that you built that tuner there. That's a pretty good deal. That's pretty cool. And I think what you're thinking of is Lima Delta Golf, LDG. I've got an LDG, the AT1000 Pro 2 over here. It's turned on, but it's completely bypassed. I basically can see, right now I can see my reflected power, my output power on it. That's about all I can see. It's not actually doing anything right now, other than, lighting up and looking cool over there on the end of the bench. So, but, yeah, I do have other antennas up though, so if I'm on, if I'm on a band I'm not resident on, I definitely do use that tuner. But usually I hang here on 20, and 75, it's just so dadgum noisy. I've got a 75 meter dipole up out there. Works pretty well. It's just so noisy all the time. That's my issue there, but I do like 75. And when I was at my old QTH, I lived farther out than I do now, and I didn't have any neighbors, so my noise was virtually zero. Even on 75, like a bad night for me was atmospheric noise of a 5 and 6, And normally it was like 1 to 2 S units. And here, now that I'm, in quote unquote in town, I have a street light out here, and it just tears up my 75 meter stuff. I bet you if I flipped over right now and put on that dipole, hit the switch box, I'd probably be over there on 75 at like an S8 of noise or something crazy like that. So yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult. But what are you gonna do? Let's November 4, Whiskey Yankee Echo, Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra.
Okay, good, Travis. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, November 4, Whiskey Yankee Echo. By the way, you got the strongest signal in the band right now, by about 15 dB. By the way, there's not a lot out there, but yours is holding up nicely. By the way, one other thing I got into, and I'm not so sure that you're into it, but if you haven't, it's worth thinking about. When the Nano VNAs first came out, and everybody was saying, watch out for the clones coming out of China, I got lucky and bought a good one, and ended up making a few club presentations around town here on the Nano VNAs, and I'm a real disciple of those things. I like it a lot. I've got mine set up so that I don't have to do the calibration every time I use it. I just plug it in, turn it on. I can look and you can look at the SWR waveform shape, from let's say megahertz to 30 megahertz, and tell if your antenna is going to work or not before you turn linear on. But I really like it a lot, and I had fun with that. Have you got into that thing yet?
No, I never have. I have a couple buddies who got into them quite a while back. I've always had just the good old-fashioned MFJ 259. I think it's a B. Let me see. It's right here. Yep. The MFJ 259B. I traded an HT for that thing years and years and years ago, and I tell you what, it's fairly accurate. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but, it's always worked really good for me. It's big and heavy and bulky and takes like 8 batteries, but but it works good. Even when I built this antenna out here, the one I'm talking on right now, they work great. I just got to make sure to pull the batteries out of it if I'm not going to use it for a long period of time. But I don't know. I've never had the Nano VNA. I know a lot of guys that do have them, though, and they really do like them. And, yeah, there is an issue with the clones out there, too. I have heard that before as well. But I've never used one. I see the people on Facebook that are using them, and I see people on YouTube using them. And, of course, like I said, people I know and whatnot, but I just never have. I try to use a resonant antenna if possible. Of course, I always go through here. I've got a couple different meters in line. Well, I guess technically 3 if you count the radio here too. But so I got 2 external meters also that I watch my reflected power, my SWR. I watch my power out and all that stuff too. And of course, before I transmit anywhere on any band, I always make sure that number one, my SWR is good. I'll do it really low power with CW on a clear frequency. And I always check it before I key up the amplifier or anything like that. And I'm pretty diligent about it. I've messed up enough radios in my almost 30 years of playing radio there to to not want to do that anymore. Hi.
I know the feeling. Can you pull up my QRZ page? I'll show you a couple screens real quick.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Let's see here. Let me pull that bugger up. All right, I got it right up in front of me.
Okay, if you look at there's 2 screens at the bottom of my page. The top of the page, by the way, not the top of the page. I'll get it right in just a minute. The photograph of the station. That meter I got is on the right-hand side, upper right-hand side of the station console right there. That's that small meter I just saw. But the 2 black squares down at the bottom, they're actually 2 separate squares, 2 separate screenshots. The first shot is SWR from, 50 kilohertz to 30 megahertz. And the pointer, or the indicator there that has a 1 on it in the lower left-hand corner, that's 40 meter passband. And that's the SWR. The first line up is 2 to 1. The second line up is 3 to 1.
That's what he's talking about.
Below 2 to 1, it's down close to 1.3 to 1.2 to 1 on 40. And then the next is 20 and then 10. So that's what my loop looks like. The plot above that is a plot using a term called return loss, which is a little bit easier. Most of the design field and RF field uses return loss, which is a similar as SWR, but it's a little bit easier to operate with. And the one on the right is a Smith chart. But if you look at that Smith chart, there's the yellow trace is SWR. The middle of that chart vertically is 7.0, and the cursor I think is at about 7.2. So you see and the right-hand side is 8 megahertz. So it's 7 to 8 megahertz on the right-hand side of that you see it's pretty good in the middle of the band. It works out pretty well. But also you can look at the green shot, the green trace.
Yeah, solar flare's messing us up pretty bad.
And that says that the impedance is 84.38 ohms at 7.6 and so that gives you an idea of what the impedance is at that point. The center of the Smith chart is where you want to be. I'm not an RF engineer, but I'm an engineer, so I had to learn Smith chart when I was in college. So that's just, when I plugged in and turn it on.
Notice how he just faded like that? He's almost gone.
See that chart on the left. So it's set up and creeps over and another location.
Crazy. He was in here. He was coming in so heavy there, and now he's just gone. That's nuts. That's the sun causing that. Yeah, Roger there, Lee. Well, I caught most of it there. And pretty quick, the band faded out on us there, man. I heard about half of that or less, but I got the gist of what you were saying there. And yeah, it's kind of interesting stuff though, seeing that, you know, with the Smith chart and whatnot there. And I've looked at those before. I've messed around with them. I've got an ARRL antenna book that was printed in the 1930s, and that's kind of what I base my antenna theory off of. You know, that's probably a story for another time. I think the band's kind of fading on us here, but yeah, that I've always based my antenna theory off of that book, and that got given to me when I was a little kid when I got into radio, and that's what I've always used. So it's always worked well for me. But yeah, that is interesting stuff, and being able to actually see it on the screen there. But, all right, Lee, well, before it completely fades on us, man, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to shoot you out a QSL card tomorrow there. I'm going to get you in the pile, and I got a few of them to fill out, and you're one of them there. I got you written down. So, anyway, I'm getting tired anyway, man, and I think the band's just about done with us here tonight. So, I see basically no more signals on the band except yours, and it's almost down to nothing. I don't even know how well you're hearing me now. So, all right there, Lee. Well, I really appreciate you. Great QSO tonight there. Fantastic conversation. And we'll catch you on down the logbook another time there, my friend. Hope you have a great rest of your night out there around Georgia. And thank you very much for coming in there, sir. It's been absolutely a pleasure on my end. And we'll catch you next time there, my friend. November 4, Whiskey Yankee Echo, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. That's what we do. We keep on talking, even though we can't hear it. We just keep talking. 73, Lee. Catch you next time around, buddy. All right. Well, I think that's it for 20 meters tonight, guys. But anyway, it was a decent one. Haven't gotten to a lot of conversation there at the end, which is probably better because it pretty well dropped out. Anyway. Maybe you guys who've never really been... Yeah, it's dead. Here's the band. I mean, there's nothing. Look at that. There's a signal there. Oh, that's DX. Let's see what that is. Hang on.
Alpha Echo?
Oh, boy. Let's see if we can get this guy.
Alpha Echo 1 Bravo?
Let's see where this guy's at. Sounds like he's in Spain or something.
Okay, Alpha Echo 1 Echo. Good evening, and thank you for coming back. I'm Alex. You're 5 days to line Patagonia, Houston.
Oh, Patagonia. Check this out. If I can get his call sign here.
Okay, Ken, good morning for me. Good evening for you. Thank you for coming back. My name is Alex 73. Lima Uniform 7, Yankee Zulu.
Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra.
Whiskey
Tango Victor Sierra. Thank you, 59.
Roger, Alex, you're 5'9", 59 into central Montana. Roger.
Roger, Travis, this beautiful copy today, no problem. 73, have a good night.
73, sir, thank you.
Sure, Lima, uniform 7.
Oh, there we go. That was Argentina. That guy's in Argentina right there. Thanks for the follow. I gotta log him real quick here. Oh, maybe we better roll around and see if there's anybody else. I was about to shut it off. Good 5'9". I think he was actually probably like a 5'7", but that's all right. We'll log it as a 5'9". That's a pretty good one. Okay, so that was Argentina. Isn't that down south? Yeah. So I was way up here. Right about there-ish. And he's way down there. That's still a pretty good shot. A couple 3,000 miles anyway. You see Argentina down there. That's pretty legit. It's a good contact to the south. That's why I like having this big map here, so I can just look at that stuff real quick and be like, hey, check that out, you know. Anyway, we better spin back around here. Oh, boy. I think he's the only signal on the band. And the cool part is about being an extra class operator, I can go down below 14.225. But it's dead. There's nothing. I bet there's like some FT8 going on, some digital. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Of course. That's digital. That's FT8 is what that's called. That's obnoxious, but that's what these guys do, man. That's called computers doing ham radio for you is what that's called. I'm not into it, but that's all right. To each their own. I got nothing against it. Let's see if we can find some more stuff on sideband here. Yep, 14 megs, 20 meters. Looks like the whole sideband portion of the band is completely dead. We're almost to the top of the band here, and there's nothing. And here's the top of the band, right there. Yep, that's the top of the band. Look at all that crap. Anyway. That's some ugly looking signal in there. I'm getting all kinds of weird crap off the sun and whatnot here. Anyway, well, I think that's about it for tonight. I think she's about done. Yeah, it was active there for a while, but I made a few DX contacts earlier today. I made, let's see, I think I made one down into, to New Zealand, and one into Italy, one into Spain. That was earlier this afternoon, so that was kind of cool. But as usual here, I'll give you guys a little rundown of my shack here. It's kind of where I hang out. I got a big dog there. I got a little dog there chewing his butt. Quit that. Anyway, this is kind of where I hang out right here. There's my big old dog. Yep, got all my QSL cards on the wall. All my radio jazz. You worked me? Well, good. I hope so. And thanks for the follow, Cody. November 5, Zulu Romeo. Did you send me a QSL card? If you did, I'll find it here on the wall. And I'll point it out. Oh, on QRZ. Okay. Well, if you send me a QSL card, if you have one, I'll send you one back, buddy. Oh, tonight. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do this right now then. November 5, Zulu Romeo. I'm gonna write you down. I'm gonna write you down on my list here. November. Come on. Stupid pen. There it goes. November 5. Oh my gosh, I think my pen's dead. 5. Well, good thing I got another pin right here, because this one's, hang on. Crap. This one works. Okay. November 5, Zulu Romeo. Okay, I got you on the list. There you are. Right there. Yep. I'll get you a QSL card out tomorrow, buddy. When I get the rest of them out. I think this other pin's about dead. That's alright. Anyway. But, yeah, there's that tuner that I was talking about right there. It said it's on bypass. Really, all I can see on its power out and reflected power coming back. There's the amplifier. That tuner below here. This is not even hooked up, that big one, but it does work. Nothing wrong with it. I've had it for years. It's a really good tuner. You can tune a fence post with it. You could throw a T-post in the ground and put a piece of coax to it, and it'll tune it anywhere. I think that old roller inductor Dentron tuner is awesome, and it'll handle like 3 kW too, so you can just hammer down on it. It's you open that thing up, it looks like it's brand new. Crazy. Works like a champ. Anyway, not hooked up. There's my other meter. As I was saying on my live, I watch multiple meters here. So I watched that one down there. That's the old fan out of the Dentron that quit working on me. I had to replace that too. There's the other meter. And I have to run, so this amplifier does not have a tuned input. So in order to run that radio into that amplifier and still making the radio happy, I have to run a tuner, this guy, right there, between the radio and the amplifier, or else the radio shows a crazy high SWR, and that's not cool. Don't like that. There's my big power supply down there. I've had this thing forever too, an old Pyramid 52 amp rack mount power supply. That's how I run everything right there, that foot pedal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And my little junk heap over here. Got boxes of QSL cards. That's what those are. Probably got 500 of them left or something. But anyway, that's my shack. That's what I got going on. Oh yeah, tubes are way better than solid state. Hello there, Freddie. Kilo Juliet Ford, Delta Uniform X-Ray, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra. Yeah, I love these tubes. And there's nothing wrong with solid state stuff. I just prefer the tubes. And really, as long as I keep it on 20 meters, I don't even have to touch it. I just use it. I don't have to tune it ever or nothing like that. My antenna doesn't change or nothing. So, but she's got some new tubes in her there. There's 4 572Bs, brand spanking new. Well, a few months old anyway. There's that new fan I had to put on there because the other one decided to die. But there's the boxes those tubes came in right there. I got the old tubes in those 4 boxes there, the old Penta Labs boxes. But anyway, giant thing of envelopes there for QSL cards. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's about all I got. Oh, absolutely. I love sharing it. I usually do this after when I get ready to be done for the night. And yeah, like that'll. You're right, man. That Clipperton L. This thing is probably built, I don't even know exactly when it was built. I could probably find a serial number on it and tell you, but, you know, run the serial number or something. But it's probably built like in the late 80s or early 90s. And this thing, I mean, this thing will do 2 kilowatts if you really run it hard. I don't run it very hard. I usually run 500 or 600 watts out of it. If I'm chasing a DX station or trying to break a pile up, I'll run it at about 1 kilowatt. But this thing just runs, man. It just goes, and it's heavy. That amplifier right there, I mean, it's big. I mean, I guess you really can't get a good judge on it, but it weighs like 78 pounds. Like it's a big old heavy bugger, you know. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll give you this CW key before I go here. That one right there. That was given to me when I was 11 years old and I first got into ham radio, an old SpeedX key there, so that's the one I learned on. I've got this paddle now, this Lambic, and yeah, it's difficult for me. I'm still working on trying to figure that one out, but that's alright, we'll get there. Anyway, a couple QSL cards are already done up on ready to go in the mailbox. Yeah, I'll get some more out tomorrow. So anyway, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for coming in the live and hanging out, and always appreciated. 73, everybody. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. Catch you guys later. Thanks again. You have a good night too, sir. 73.